Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day.
Tell me I'm not great. This is what I do. Javante, you a fucking pussy. You are a bitch.
BoxingVoice.com.
Devin Haney's the last of the bunch. Yeah, and I think Shakur knows it. Tank knows it. That's lunch food.
BoxingVoice.com.
They don't even consider Brian Garcia Latino.
Well, some folks do.
Ese gringo no puede hablar español para nada. Ryan DM'd me and everything. Boy, desperate for some payday. Double graded some boss shit. I really am the two-time undisputed world champion.
BoxingVoice.com.
Absolutely, Teofimo's a Hall of Famer, no doubt. Yeah. That 1.4 that they did on pay-per-view buys was mainly from Brian's side, not really from Tank. And that's all from the YouTubers and the young kids that don't know. It's just your casual fans. Double graded some boss shit. That was some boss shit right there. And the thing is that we have so many bots in the internet that they just side with whatever is hot. And I just can't do that. I'm a hell of a boxer. I mean, that's what I really did this for. I'm not a puncher. I'm not a brawler. I'm slick boxer.
This a dollar beat.
Loma didn't come to fight. Double graded some boss shit. That was some boss
This a dollar
shit.
beat.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host. Today, we're going to be talking Teofimo Lopez coming out on the MMA Hour with Errol Hawani and telling Errol that Terence Crawford fights only soft guys, injured guys, broken guys, dissects his resume, and calls for an opportunity on a big platform and says, shut the young buck up. And he also goes out and says that he believes the black culture would love for Terence to shut this boy Teofimo up. I don't know that it's just the black culture after what Teofimo said about Puerto Ricans, and obviously that was taken the wrong way. He was speaking current Puerto Rican fighters. You know, weirdo boxing fans are trying to be like, oh, well, Prime Cota would beat you, Tio. And it's like, bro, I doubt Tio was talking about Tito Trinidad and Wilfredo Benitez. You feel me? But buenos dias, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to play the audio because Tio did have a lot to say. And this should be interesting to hear everyone's take because I think at this point, Terence needs to, you know, I can't say needs to do something, but I'm almost like, yo, Tio, he's doing the right things, right? Like, why shouldn't he get that shot? I don't know. I guess it all depends on how he looks with Jermaine Ortiz tonight. But buenos dias, ring walk. Ring walk. What up?
Damn, you hopped on the train too?
Nah, he do ring walk. Feel me?
Oh, I guess. Good morning though, Nesta. How are you, sir? Top of the morning.
Chillin'.
Top of the morning. You said why shouldn't he get it? Is that what you was that the
Yup.
question
Yep.
you proposed to the people?
Yep.
I mean, I think if he wanted,
I mean,
I think if he wanted, he know what he got to do. He got the WBO at 40. Bud got the WBO at 47. Play your hand.
So you calling for what I was calling for, basically a WBO Paco move. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying?
if that's the champ below requesting at a shot at the champ above, then yeah. Like if you want the shot, it's right there. There's literally a clear path. Now, obviously, he would have to accept the fight, but there's a path for you, to get the fight.
For sure. For sure. Now, you know what that leads to, though? That leads to the possibility of him vacating the title like he did the IBF. Tio doing it publicly, I think, is trying to enforce that he doesn't just vacate because, Jerron was pretty, not quiet, but he wasn't as vocal as Tio, right? Like, Tio is really starting to get up under Crawford fans' skin. Let me play the audio. I don't know that you heard the interview that he did with Errol Hawani, but yeah, let's go ahead and play that. Once again, shout out to Errol Hawani. Here is the audio.
Really wanted me to say there's only one guy on my list, and that's on my hit list, and that's Terence Bud Crawford. I believe the reason why being so, we're only one weight class apart. He's the kingpin of the 147 division. I am the kingpin of the 140 division. So why not?
Obviously we got to pause just so that we don't get flagged and things like that, but it's also good to not let it play through and forget shit. Do you consider him the kingpin because he won the lineal? Because I'm sure that's what he's basing it off, that he beat the man that beat the man, who was basically the man.
Yeah, I think that with Bud, there's no argument, right? There was no argument because he was the guy. Like he was the guy at 40. I mean at 47. When he beat Spence. So, I mean, some could bring the lineal into it and have a valid argument in doing so. I think that we got to find out who the guy is when they got to fight.
So, in your opinion, Tio does not have the best win. I mean, he got there first and beat the guy.
Oh, the best win?
I mean,
best
no. But more
right
than
now?
that. But more than that, right? Like he got there before Devin and anybody else. And if Matisse was there and didn't fight Taylor, he moved up and fought Taylor. Now, obviously,
No, I mean,
I'm not
if you're
gonna
talking about,
deny the
the
politics
best,
of that situation, but yeah.
if you talking about the best wins at 40, yeah, he beat Sandor, right?
He beat Sandor, and then he beat Taylor.
And he beat Taylor. I know he had another fight at 40. I forget again.
Pedro Campa.
Yeah, I think you got to say right now he got the best wins at 140.
All right.
At least right, Ariel. Yeah, who I'm trying to think. You got Rolly as the other champ, and then you got Matias. Yeah, I mean, it gotta be him. Most of those guys only got one win in as champ.
Mm-hmm. Getting back to his audio, I just wanted to stop it there because he said, that he's the man at the 140 and that Crawford's the man at 147.
Shouldn't the best fight the best? However, I'm going to say it here. Terence Bud Crawford likes to go after guys that are not the same or they're injured. And I'll say right here, a lot of his fights that he has had, he has faced injured fighters.
Now, that is something that people really never said here, that he faced injured fighters. I mean, I guess now you can say something like that with the Benavidez and the Earl, but before Earl, it was just Benavidez that had any sort of quote-unquote injury, right? Or do you remember anyone else in between Benavidez and Earl?
Nah, I mean,
Exactly.
and even
And it's not his fault, Terrence's, that it took however long it took for the fight to happen and that Earl went through whatever, he went through.
but it ain't. I also want to be clear, like it ain't like that was his first fight coming back after getting shot. You feel me?
Yeah.
He'd been back. He had fought a couple fights, um, in between that. So
Getting back to the audio.
Now he wants to face someone. What are the chances of Saul Canelo Alvarez? Saul Canelo Alvarez is on a decline, whether Saul, if he likes it or not, it is the truth. He's had his rise, now he's starting to depreciate. We can see it. He's getting heavier, getting hefty, real flat-footed. He's not as
Real flat-footed. I wonder those Canelo haters that are also Bud fans, what are they going to say here? Because obviously Bud believes that Canelo is the biggest fight in boxing for him. That Canelo Bud is the biggest fight in boxing. So you can't truly agree with Tio and say that he's on the decline, because then you're agreeing with Tio that he only fights fighters that are not 100%. But that is a talking point for Canelo haters, that he's on the decline after, what was it, Ryder and Golovkin? Because he couldn't stop those guys, he was quote-unquote on a decline?
yeah, that's what a lot of people were saying. I mean, obviously he lost to Bivol, started there, then Golovkin, then Ryder. So
All right. Let's get to the audio. Oh, shit.
light as before. So who's going to want to jump on that? Terence Bud Crawford, because it looks good. He beats the face of boxing. However, you fought a guy that's on a decline. Terence Crawford doesn't face, look, I mentioned it, Jose Benavidez. He was scared of Jose Benavidez. Couldn't even figure him out the first 5-6 rounds. However, he still did his thing. But the guy had a shot leg, literally. Okay, Errol Spence, he had his, what is it? His eye.
Yes.
I don't know how to say it. The cataract eye. Okay, situation. But we're talking about an Errol Spence that went through a car accident. We're talking about Errol Spence that went through situations in being in that weight class for so long at 147. The guy that
Again, more talking points that we've heard, that Earl was weight drained, that, he wanted to move up, that he's been fighting at that division his whole career. So he's doing a good job trolling, because these are talking points that we've heard in the past amongst boxing fans, no?
yeah. So you think? I mean, are you like trolling in the interview, or like trolling that's actually gonna lead him to something? Because I don't
think he's trolling Crawford to try to piss Crawford off to get the fight.
Yeah, I think that you may get the first part, you may piss him off. I don't think that I don't know that this is the way to get the fight. But shout out to Top Rank. They got the Lopez Ortiz promotion right now on Sports Center as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that you're 100% correct. Maybe you've spoken to him and you have, personal interactions why you believe what you believe. But based off what Crawford and his team has said in the public, if you want the fight, disrespect him. It's just that simple, right? And I think Tio is doing that. He's questioning his entire legacy. He's saying that he only fights shot fighters or hurt fighters. But this is not over, because it gets a little better.
goes up in between fights at 190. Okay. And then we got, who's the third one that I used to mention? Kell Brook. Same thing with the eye. You know, and this guy thinks he's this big guy and the real guy, tough guy. Man, you're not a tough guy. You just fight soft guys that make it seem like they're tough guys just so that you could be the guy. But he's no guy. You know, and why can't you fight me? I'm fresh and I'm new and I'm clean. Why can't we fight? Why?
You gotta love it though, man. I mean, I'm looking at Danny, and it's just I feel like everything that he's receiving on his ears is falling on deaf ears, and you really, you're just not beat. For Tio, it looks like,
Well,
and I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
No, I mean, but like literally, what Tio is saying would be the case if Bud were to fight him. Oh, cause mind you, everything he's talking about ain't nothing fresh. It's all fighters that have had old injuries. Like everybody in this fucking sport has old injuries. He ain't talking about any of those guys he mentioned coming straight off said injury and fighting Bud. That was the case with zero of the names he mentioned.
Yeah, but I don't think that he was trying to say they were
no,
coming off an injury
so cool.
and fighting Bud. I think that he's just saying they're damaged fighters.
Ness. I know that. And I don't think that's what he was saying. But what I'm saying is now if Bud fight him, I'm just giving context. So none of them were coming off said injury to the fight, just giving the people context. So if Bud fight him, they're gonna say, oh, he was just on his deathbed. He just had a broke heart and he couldn't breathe and all these things. And like, bro, a punctured lung. And
that's not how those things work, right? So
what do you mean?
I'm gonna give you facts, bro. Like people talk about Kell Brook, his face, and the word done more than just what Earl did. It's because of also what Gennady did. And then from there, he's just kept losing. He only, beat less than mediocre names. I think Mark DeLuca and like Sergey somebody was the biggest, and they're not nobodies,
Give me your example with Benavidez.
Same thing. He, after being shot, he never won any fight, bro. Like, what fight did he win?
Bro, I literally said he didn't come off the shooting to the Bud fight.
My dude, I don't care about your no-name tune-ups. Tell the people who he beat after being shot.
Bro, I mean, if you're talking about the no-name tune-ups, Bud was the first guy he fought.
And after Bud, who'd he beat? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're trying to make it seem as if Tio has... I don't even know what you're doing, but it's factual, and that's what I'm proving. He didn't beat nobody when he got shot. I mean, after he got shot. He fought Bud. He ain't beat nobody since. He still hasn't beat nobody.
Okay, cool, but I'm just saying, so Earl ain't beat nobody? Like, bro, what are we talking about? Some guys is better than others.
But that's not what he's saying about Earl. About Earl, he's telling you other truthful talking points. He flipped in a car accident.
Yeah.
He had cataract surgery.
And he was
struggling to make weight.
Okay, that's the third thing.
All right, so I'm just saying it's three different things for Earl that has nothing to do with Benavidez.
Everybody struggle to make weight. I'm just saying, like, literally, I'm just telling you for sure. Like, you may not want to believe it, but I'm letting you know for sure that if that fight ever happened, they're gonna be saying the same shit. They're gonna be saying the same shit. That he was a hurt fighter. That he was a fighter that was in the ring questioning himself a few fights ago. They're gonna be saying the same shit.
Hey man, I'm glad you are playing the devil's advocate of this, but yeah, I don't see them saying the same shit again. Benavidez has never won.
Bro,
let me explain, my brother. Let me explain.
Okay.
You don't even know what I'm gonna say. Benavidez has never won. Tio has won since his quote unquote chest pains. Okay, and he's won in a big way. So your theory or like whatever angle you're taking, it doesn't work with Tio because he's gone on to win.
Cool. So Tio, or I'm sorry, Benavidez, I mean shit. like ain't none of those guys jump in, trying to drag his name, trying to drag his legacy. Boom. Now we got this footage of Tio saying these things. Bud do what Bud do. You think people not going, especially because of the video play off of it? Shit, he was a sick fighter. He was a fighter. Just question him, like, bro, like, I'm telling you, this is how this sport works. We've seen it far too often. They use your own words against you. They gonna grab that, and it's gonna go right back.
I mean,
it's gonna go right back.
I just think that you're stretching. A sick fighter, that's a stretch. You know, question himself. He was just questioning himself.
Bro,
a couple
his
fights
father
ago.
just
Yeah,
said
I can
live
see
on
someone
camera
say
this week that they had to revive his son.
Mm-hmm. And that was
his father said,
and that was for the Kambosos fight. Again, you're talking about chest pains for a Kambosos fight. Since then, he's looked great. Since then, he shut you up and me up. We picked against him, and this is what I'm saying. Like, I don't do that. Like, I pick Wilder. Fury beat him. I'm pumping Fury because you did something I didn't think you do. I picked Taylor. He beat him. My dude. He's that dude. He's that dude. You know we can't hate on him. You sound like you hating on him. You trying to make him be the same Tio from the Kambosos fight. Tell the people what year he fought Kambosos, so you can see your hatred. Tell the people the year he fought Kambosos.
Bro, that was 2019.
Okay, so why the fuck is you bringing it up in 2024?
Bro, I'm saying, bro, in what year? Okay, in what year did fucking Earl get in his car accident?
You about to do the same. You about to do the same thing. You not paying attention to the video. Listen, he told you Earl got in the.
Did he or did he not bring up the accident?
Earl got in.
Did he not bring up the accident?
Listen, he said Earl got in the car accident. He said Earl got in the car accident, and then he said he got him off cataract surgery.
And then
That's what he led
with. That's what he led
with.
And then I said he was questioning. Right. So yeah, everybody has a timeline of events, bro. I've mentioned both. I'm just saying, if that fight happened, that's what they're gonna say after the fight.
That's what you're gonna say. That's what you're gonna say because he proved you wrong and you being a hater.
No, I'm not gonna discredit Bud.
No, you're gonna discredit Tio. That's what you're doing right now.
No,
you still bringing up chest pains from 2019 when since then he beat a fucking lineal champ.
All right, champ. That's not what I'm saying, bro. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying after what he said, they're gonna say the same exact thing after the fight.
I mean, champ, you the first one put it into the universe, but we go ahead and move on and get to the rest of this audio.
I mean, when was this fight thought of before? And
why can't you shut up the young buck
before?
My bad. Go again.
I'm just saying, like, this just came out. Like him shitting on Bud just came out. Like, this is new. You feel me? So we're just now speaking on it.
All right.
Guys that make it seem like they're tough guys just so that you could be the guy, but he's no guy, you know. And why can't you fight me? I'm fresh and I'm new and I'm clean. Why can't we fight? Why can't you shut up the young buck? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you shut up the young buck? And I'm Spanish too.
And let's think about another angle. How many people calling out Bud? Just Jerron and Tio? Canelo's not calling him out. Jamel's not calling him out.
Zoo was calling.
I mean, he ain't calling him out. He got a pay-per-view fight.
Yeah, I mean, he got a fight coming up. Yeah.
Who's calling out Terence Bud Crawford? You know, first that was a narrative that Bud Crawford fans would use. Nobody call us out. Just saying.
I bet the black culture would love to shut this boy up. Come on now. Come on. And you know, racism still exists. Ain't that a bitch?
It is.
The guy, but he's no guy, you know. And why can't you fight me? I'm fresh and I'm new and I'm clean. Why can't we fight? Why can't you shut up the young buck? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you shut up the young buck? And I'm Spanish too. I bet the black culture would love to shut this boy up. Come on now. Come on. And you know, racism still exists. Ain't that a bitch?
I think he's did a marvelous job selling this fight. He sold the green print with the African American and the Latino on the other side. He's said the wrong things already on television, where he said the ESPN has preference over the black fighter. So I think he has a lot of validity to what he said about the black culture wanting to see him take a loss, especially at the hands of Bud, because we would believe that Bud could get a knockout. That's what he does. I like the fight. Again, I've been following Bud forever. Before British Prescott, I've proven that with interviews of Cameron Duncan. I don't remember people calling Bud out. That's not what happens in boxing. They don't call Bud out. So, you know, Jerron and Tio now, Bud gotta start answering somebody. He can't just sit around waiting for Canelo. Like, I want the Canelo fight, but if Canelo isn't saying he's gonna fight you,
I mean, that wasn't supposed to be till the end of the year anyway. So
you saying there's time for a Tio
I
fight in
mean,
between, for sure.
according to Steven, they still trying to sort,
Espinoza.
see what they do next. Whether
So
they fight next.
hypothetically, perfect world, Bud, Terence, same person, excuse me. I always do that. Canelo and Bud, September 14th. When could Tio fight Bud?
I mean, shit. If Tio wins tonight, Paco's in town. I saw Paco. He could tell Paco, "Hey, Paco, I want to enforce fight the champ of Bud." They don't have to go off whatever split that they have preset. We learned that with Jamel and Shakur. Same exact situation, or similar situation, nonetheless. And then, shit, man. Yeah, I think June, late. No, I think June.
June. Giving Bud 4 months for his next fight.
I mean, July, August. That's only 3. February, March, April, May. I mean, it's gonna be 3 for one, 4 for the other. So
I mean, if it's light work for Bud, he could do it in June. You know, you ain't gonna go all 12. Sandor put him down. That's the narrative, right? The Sandor put him down twice.
Is 3 months enough to move up 3 divisions?
Well,
it's 3 months. Is 3 months enough for Bud to put on 21 pounds?
You know what it is? You're right about that. So it would have to be like a catch weight, and Tio would be out of his depth. You know, it would have to be like a 52 or 51.
No belt on the line at that point.
I know, it's not worth it. I don't know, man. My thing is, do I want the Tio Crawford fight? Yeah, because that's what boxing should be. You know, if you got the credentials and you call out a champ, they should be able to make it happen. But it's not really realistic. I mean,
and then
let me just get this off, please. Can you see Top Rank actually? Because Tio's still with Top Rank.
No, that's what I was gonna say, bro. The thought of Bud going back, bro. I was there yesterday. Bud said hi to everybody, but you know who?
Not Bob. So is Bobby got an issue with? Because it's funny, because in this interview,
I don't know. I can't say that. I can't. I'm just saying, you know, he came dapped me up. He dapped Mikey, the top ranked photographer, up. Derek Hardman and Bob was right there. You know, I don't know. Maybe they was getting the weigh-in started. I don't know. Maybe they had already seen each other. I don't know. But when he walked in,
Tio, I'm not going to play any more of Errol Hawani's interview, but Tio was asked about him and his, where he and Bob are, and he's like, nah, me and Bob ain't got no issue. Me and Bob, you know, we tight. It's me and Todd. You know, so he made it clear he got an issue with the son-in-law.
Bud said that?
Tio.
Who?
Tio.
Oh, Tio. The stepson. That's the stepson, right?
I mean, I think Tio say stepson? I thought it was always son-in-law. Ain't Todd the Buff son-in-law? But anyway. Yeah, Tio talked a lot about.
Yo, but you know, is and I can see that because I've heard it from a lot of people that it ain't really, Bob really the one conducting the business or like the negotiations is Todd and it's Jeremy.
Yeah. No,
And I
Tio
heard
kind of
and I heard
insinuated
I
that.
heard I and truth be told, I've heard it's Jeremy more than anybody. I heard he's the one that's been really running the ship, the
Mm,
lawyer.
mm. Um, Tio insinuated that in a way that he was saying that he went to Bob one day and said, "Bob, they don't care about you. They're just waiting for you to die to take over your company." And I'm like, "Whoa, Tio's out there."
Said that.
No, Tio did. You know what's
Oh,
crazy though? Let me refresh this because this is what hurts me. And this is just my own thing, right? When I was watching this video was already 2 days old and only had 6,000 views.
the Ariel Hawani? No, bro, I'm telling you, it's so unfortunate because he genuinely enjoys boxing, and I know MMA is
Look,
his
it's at
forte.
7,000 right now only.
No, listen to me. No, listen to me. I've watched it, bro. He'll have an MMA fighter and then a boxer right after. Bro, he'll lose 10, 20,000 viewers.
No, I mean, shout out to him that he knows it's not content his audience really wants and he's still pushing it because he's opening up he's opening up these guests to a different audience, obviously, because the numbers are so small that you can tell it's not a boxing audience. It's crazy. Um, and look, I didn't find it till last night. This is 2 days old already, or now it should be three. So, yeah, pretty strange. But again, shout out to Errol. He did a great job, and Tio, that's what those 2 million subs do. Tio's like, well, this is the Errol Hawani hour, the best hour, so I gotta say this, and I'm like, oh, knife through
Bro,
my
you know
heart.
what I realized? I realized we've said, and this is like off topic, kind of, but you just triggered me, bro. Like, how many times haven't we said like, oh, we need more guys like Eddie Hearn on the mic to promote, and guys like Dana White to promote in boxing, right? How many times have we said that?
Plenty.
But you know what I've realized, especially these last few days with the Super Bowl in town, bro. Bro, this dude don't stop at the mic. Like he's literally always marketing, like nonstop, bro. Whether it's gambling with people, partying with people, like they have a very weak card Saturday, the night before the Super Bowl, right? They're doing it at the Apex. Cheapest ticket was $2,500, Nas.
Damn, that's a lot, bro.
Yeah, it's only because it's a very small space, but and that's my point. The card is so garbage. Like I'm talking to my MMA homies. They telling me this because I don't know nobody, but it's everybody in town and it's star studded and they just want to be around Dana, bro.
Mm.
That's what we need, Eddie. We need Eddie to start partying, start gambling,
Wow.
start kicking it with people because just to grow, just to grow.
I mean, I don't think Eddie needs to gamble to grow. My man's been growing. If again, you just gotta look. They started in 2018, bro, and they got a more powerful social media as a promoter. He's got a bigger social media personally, as a
Then who?
company than every promoter. No promoter
Oh
has a
no,
bigger following than Eddie.
no, I thought you were saying than Dana.
No, I don't follow
Oh,
that.
yeah. No, for sure, no, for sure, for sure. I'm just saying, he's obviously from the UK. Let's see him at some football matches out there, right? Let's see him at other shit they have in London, like the little horse events and shit they have out there, bro. Like, let's see him at these things that'll help grow the UK fighters. Let's see him We see Frank Smith. Frank Smith is at the F1 races. Yo, let's get some crossover. Let's get some promotion. Let's utilize that.
Bro, who's Schofield fighting on March 16th? I didn't even know
Damn,
Golden Boy announced the March 16th card. Who the hell is that?
yes, you did, bro. Yes, you did. William Cepeda, Maxie Hughes,
Oh
Las
yeah,
Vegas.
okay. Damn, how many days was that, Danny? That's only a month and a little bit away.
Yeah,
That
why?
ain't gonna work.
You gonna make the trip back? He muted himself. But if you are tuned in, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to smash the like. Make sure you are subscribed. And, make sure you got that notification bell turned on so you know each and every time we go live. Head on over to the YouTube channel. Plenty of Fight Week content available for you guys to check out. Interviews, behind the scene, access, the whole, you dig. So I'll also be posting fighters Super Bowl predictions. A lot of fighters obviously watching the big game, so I got their predictions for the big game this weekend.
Bro, we gotta try to slide in a betting show, bro. The fights is today. That's so crazy.
Yeah, people hit me last night like, bro, when's the betting show? And I was working. So I didn't even know if you did it, didn't do it.
Schofield said he ain't got no opponent. He find out Friday. Salute. Let's open up.
Shout out to our guy Brad Goodman.
Okay.
Ran into him yesterday. And he looked at me, hey, how are you? It was one of those. And then he says, you gonna keep your mouth shut?
Uh-oh.
I'm like, shit, if you tell me to. And then so Jared Anderson got a date. He got an opponent.
Finally. I've been trying to. So that means if he told you Jared news, that means Hergovich didn't take Jared, so he's taking Dubois.
Oh,
Hergovich took Dubois.
Yeah, so it ain't Jared, but watch this. The co-main event.
For?
Jared.
Oh, Jared's headlining.
Yeah.
So who's the co-main?
Yep. I can't. No, I gotta keep. I gotta keep my mouth shut.
So why would you bring all this up for?
No, because I'm gonna text it to you, my brother.
Yeah, but now we know and they gonna want to know. Like, you crazy. But you missed my interview. I'm pretty sure I broke that news because before I got the tweet, I seen somebody say it, and it was like an hour before I tweeted. I'm like, motherfucker, you watch my interview? But if not, someone else did it as well. But Elijah Garcia's fighting Tyrone Davis. It's not a bad fight. And he's, I guess he's been told or hoping to get the winner of the main event, which is Laura and, well, not main event, co-main event, right? Laura and Zavada. What'd you think of that fight? That's a good fight for him. Not the best, but it's a good fight. Could be a better name, but again, he's young, right? Ain't he only 19?
Who?
Nah, he's 20.
Oh.
He's 20 now.
What up, my man?
Top of the morning, King Amin of Essex on Instagram, King Amin of Essex 1 on Twitter, the championship rounds on YouTube. I got a nice episode for you guys. Go ahead and check that out.
Had the ladies on yesterday, right? It was a ladies episode. You did a ladies episode yesterday?
I sure did. I talked a little bit about how I don't know if the Animal Artesia is going to need to move up or move down, because super flyweight is pretty thin. If she moves up to bantamweight, it's kind of a murderer's row right now. But I could see her decapitating Gabby Fundora in the flyweight division, so I'm game for that. But
you wilding right now. She is more active.
Hey, did you guys know? Did you
but
guys
she
know
fought
that?
Nobody. I mean, so cut the shit.
What'd you say?
Did you guys know that if Sebastian Fundora, if he wins, because it ain't no guarantee, if he wins, because he got this title opportunity coming off of a loss, so he gets an opportunity to become a champ. If he wins, he will be him and his sister will be the first brother sister ever in the sport to hold titles at the same time.
Oh, how cute.
Hey,
Uh,
just fun fact.
I want to
Little
get
G
back to
Wiz info.
Mr. Amin here talking about Ortega beats Gabby, and I just think you're a little excited. She did that to exactly who? Yes, it was a former champ, but like it was like a little person, not with a real stance, not with any like confident going through their body. It was a person that from opening bell shelled up. Salute to Ortega. We interviewed her. When we was flying people out in Vegas, we was trying to get her on. But I think Gabby's proven, especially with this last fight, bro. Like, that's adversity.
All right.
And that's where I saw the holes,
All right.
though. That's why I saw the holes in the game. Go ahead, Danny.
No, I'm sorry, guys. Right now, live on Sports Center, we are in the 6 a.m. hour, so this is ESPN2. 30-second commercial for the Lopez Ortiz fight tonight. So, I've noticed that during the commercials too, they put the promotion for the fight tonight. But yo, it's fucked up. They don't do it during the show. During the show, they're promoting women's college basketball on the banner. But they did get this commercial, which was pretty cool. So
visibility of this thing of ours is always appreciated, right?
Hey, especially in a week like this, guys. I mean, everybody's tuned in. Every sports show's in Las Vegas for the Super Bowl. Everybody and their mothers out here. Like, bro, I ran into everybody. Like, I was literally sending an audio message, and I ran into Bruce Buffer on Tuesday after seeing him Monday night at the stadium. And I'm sending an audio message, and halfway through, I'm like, bro, great job last night. And kept, everybody's out here. I saw Cat Williams walking through. He had about 40 people with him. Man, Vegas is electric right now, and everybody tuned in watching these sports shows. So, the promotion is going to be good. They told me all the floor seats are gone for the fight tonight. It looks like they're gonna have a lot of not Hall of Fame, former football players, retired NFL players in the building tonight. So it should be a good one.
Danny, do you mind? Anyway, I'll text you. Can you give your thoughts on the topic? Did you hear the MMA hour and Tio's
No, I didn't listen to that. No.
What? I told you this clip is underrated because it was on the MMA hours being looked over. I'm gonna play it one more time, man. Y'all tripping. Let me see. I think I'll okay, here we go. It's gonna be tough. It's pretty long, so
since we've already played in this, maybe you could play it for Amin, but just like let it play a bit. You know how we were stopping it every 5-10 seconds?
Yeah. Here we go.
Really wanted me to say there's only one guy on my list, and that's on my hit list, and that's Terence Bud Crawford. I believe the reason why being so, we're only one weight class apart. He's the kingpin of the 147 division. I am the kingpin of the 140 division. So why not, right, Ariel? Shouldn't the best fight the best?
Again, I know Danny wants me to let it play, but for flagging purposes, because it's Ariel's work.
Sure. No, but at
so
this point,
that pause question is: do you believe Tio is the best at 140 because he beat the best at 140, claiming because he beat the best, he should be entitled to fight the best at 147. But there's a lot more.
Yeah, but just real at this break, no, he beat the lineal champ at 140, so he deserves the lineal shot. But no, he's not the best at 140. That still needs to be sorted out vis-a-vis somebody becoming undisputed. That's the way it's usually sorted out. So that's that, Tio. Chill. You're the best at 140. He's one of the better fighters who we're projecting that could unify at 140. But the best, I don't think so.
All right, getting back to the audio for not only Amin, but for anybody that hasn't caught this yet.
However, I'm going to say it here. Terence Bud Crawford likes to go after guys that are not the same or they're injured. And I'll say it right here. A lot of his fights that he has had, he has faced injured fighters. Now he wants to face someone. What are the chances of Saul Canelo Alvarez? Saul Canelo Alvarez is on a decline, whether Saul, if he likes it or not, it is the truth. He's had his rise. Now he's starting to depreciate.
Two-parter there. So is Terence fighting injured fighters, and is Canelo on a decline?
Terence fought whoever could willingly fight him, either contractually or whatever that scenario works out. So he ain't really had much choice of who he could fight. So that sounds pretty stupid, Tio. The other part of it was Canelo being on the decline, and if that's the reason why Tio's picking him, is that the second part of it?
That Canelo's on the decline, and that's the reason that Crawford wants him.
That Crawford's picking him. I mean, every fighter with age and with time in the ring, and you go through that exchange of punches, is on some type of decline. So again, I don't know, Tio. I mean, definitely great marketing, and if you don't know shit about boxing, it all sounds very good. But yeah, if you peel the layers back on this, man, put this bitch drawers back on. She's funky.
So he doesn't even have a hint of truth, because I feel like he's about to give some talking points that we've heard on this show before, but maybe that's what needs to happen. Maybe you need to hear a little bit more of what Tio has to say.
But before you do that, how many callers have called in? Shout out to Rafecito, right? Real Taino. He hates this fight. That's why weight classes, Oscar said it, weight classes for a reason, this, that, and the third. Now all of a sudden, oh, he's picking Canelo. Matter of fact, you know who he sound like? He sound like he's been listening to you make that point about how the fight can make sense. So shout out to him actually listening to the boxing voice close enough and parroting Nestor Gibbs.
I don't know that he getting it from me, but if he is, he need to jump on the show.
Real flat-footed. He's not as light as before. So who's going to want to jump on that? Terence Bud Crawford, because it looks good. He beats the face of boxing. However, you fought a guy that's on a decline. Terence Crawford doesn't face, look, I mentioned it, Jose Benavidez. He was scared of Jose Benavidez. Couldn't even figure him out the first 5-6 rounds. However, he still did his thing. But the guy had a shot leg, literally. Okay.
So, again, that's a talking point we use. And Danny tried to defend Benavidez, but the truth is, like, after getting shot, he doesn't have a big name. I think the biggest name on his resume, without using BoxRec, is like Mauricio Herrera is who he might have beat. And that was at 140, bro. Like, I think he was signed a Golden Boy at the time. Like, I don't know who Benavidez has beat since he got shot that is, like, anyone that we would mention. Like, I don't. Maybe BoxRec, you got it pulled up?
No, I don't. But it's like I told you, even before he got shot, he hadn't beat nobody.
Nah, he did. He had what, bro? He was a WBA champ. He beat Mauricio Herrera cleanly, where Danny struggled with him.
Bro, no, he was in line. Yeah, he was in line. He was in the rankings. He had a
That's
regional.
what he made his name off. Believe me, Danny, you just didn't live that. Like, believe me when I'm telling you that Jose Benavidez was hot after beating Herrera.
I remember he was even in talks of fighting Bud at 140. Like, I was there. He fought on the Victor Posto Terence Crawford undercard, July 23rd, 2016, my brother. You understand? He fought on that undercard, gets shot a month later.
Yeah, but my dude, You just said it. 2000 and what?
That was 16.
All right. I'm talking 2014. You never want to listen. I said
No,
he
bro.
was hot after
And
Herrera.
I doubled on that, and I said I know when he fought on Postal Crawford undercard, they was using him as talks as a potential future opponent.
Since, and my other phrase was since being shot, which was what day you say he got shot? Or
In
month?
2016.
2016.
August of 2016.
So he fought Francisco Santana. I remember that. And that was July. So he got shot right after the Santana fight. And that's what I've been saying, that since being shot, he's beat no one that we know. Since being shot, he fought Matthew Strode, Frank Rojas, lost to Crawford, Francisco Emmanuel Torre, Danny Garcia he lost to, Saldang Huanghing, I don't even know, he knocked out and lost to Charlo. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is the definition of a, journeyman or a fighter that is done since being shot. So I think Tio has hella validity to that part of his statement. But before you get mad.
But Ness, it's a half truth in that, yes, the man was injured. But what could Bud have done about that? Again, this is a point we're talking about. He didn't have much choice over his opponents.
I mean, not take the fight.
And then sit out?
Make them find someone else. I mean, at the end of the day, you fought him, at welterweight, I believe, right? So it's like he was a 40-pounder. It was just something they threw at him. It did good in terms of marketing because it was a fight that still talked about because of what happened at the face-off where Bud took a swing at him. Then Bud got a great knockout. No, and that's what I'm saying. That it's a fight that still, even though it wasn't a great opponent, it's a fight that still gets talked about because of the performance, because of how he knocked him out in the 12, what he did at the weigh-in. All that matters. And people say it don't, but it do.
Like even bro, I'm telling you, when I was just with Buck the other day, we was just talking about it, and I asked him, I'm like, yo, like, what about the fight week? Because I remember shit happened at the gym. They had like media workouts or something, and he gave me like the full, story to that. So that, I mean, I feel like that's one of people's favorite fights just because of the build up and how the fight played out. Like, bro, even me, I remember I had Bud by KO, and man, I was sweating bullets. And when he folded his ass, I remember jumping up. You feel me?
And I think there's another part to that too, that we, if we respect the game, boxing that is, then we were looking at it, right, for De Benavidez to have that opportunity to see where he was at against a high level of opposition. So, it was a fair fight.
Nobody was looking for that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, if you go to Benavidez after being shot, we wasn't off that.
Of course not. But what were we doing? We Bud should fight, and all of the he should fights.
Yeah, and this was just one of them fights that we didn't want. That's all. It ended up being good, but it's not like we was out here talking about, oh shit, he about to fight Benavidez. Like, but it's more I want you to hear.
Go ahead.
Because as a tri-state guy, there's a
Spence. He had his, what is it? His eye.
Yes.
I don't know how to say it. The cataract eye. Okay, situation. But we're talking about an Errol Spence that went through a car accident. We're talking about Errol Spence that went through situations in being in that weight class for so long at 147. The guy that goes up in between fights at 190. Okay. And then we got, who's the third one that I...
So before we get to that third one, obviously, your thoughts. He's basically saying, again, that Earl was another broken fighter.
Come on, man. Now, again, so we waited all these years, Earl versus Bud, and then all of a sudden, Bud's picking on. Like, come on, Tio. It sounds fucking ridiculous.
All right, let's get back to it.
I used to mention Kell Brook, same thing with the eye. You know, and this guy thinks he's this big guy and the real guy, tough guy. Man, you're not a tough guy. You just fight soft guys that make it seem like they're tough guys just so that you could be the guy. But he's no guy, you know, and why
Yo,
I seen you
Tio,
chuckling. I seen you
yeah.
chuckling.
Yo, but see, this is how you got to break guys like this down. He trying to be slick, but it's the order of operation that fails him. If he would have said Kell Brook and then Earl Spence and then try to tie it in and say both guys with bad eyes, maybe that sounded a little more sexy. But you're gonna call out Kell Brook. I'm sorry, the same Kell Brook that Earl
Yo,
Spence fought. Like,
I
it's
mean,
yeah, man.
you know what I just thought of?
What's up?
Yo, for Tio to say all these things about all these individuals, he just opened my eyes to something.
What's that?
Bud himself must be broken, bro. You get shot in the head, he himself must be a broken fighter.
Danny, you keep using like bad logic. The logic that Tio was using, and I tried to explain to you with Benavidez, is that after the injury, the person is broken and not the same. You keep
But
you keep
even
using
with
Tio's
Spence, even with Spence
situation.
had a successful title defense and then a successful title unification after A, the car accident, and B, the cataract.
But some would tell you that you're not doing your research. His mouthpiece was knocked out twice. It was so much so that they made a whole scene about getting a mouthpiece done because he had fake teeth and he couldn't bite down. And people, some accepted that as an excuse. Some thought Spence just ain't the same. Ugas should have jumped on him. And same thing with the Danny fight. Danny knocked the mouthpiece out his mouth. Danny knocked the mouthpiece out his mouth. Same thing.
I mean, let me get your thoughts, because I told Ness, I'm like, yo, for Tio to say this, I say if that fight were to ever happen, I said they're gonna say the same shit, that there was a guy.
All right, let him finish it then. Let him finish it. If they're gonna say it, he's part of they, and he must know.
No, because
because it's a narrative. What you're about to say is a narrative that allegedly is out there, and people will say it if Crawford beats him.
His thoughts. Yeah,
exactly. And all I'm saying is, don't finish saying it. Since it's a narrative, let him finish it, because the narrative, quote unquote, that Tio's using, we do know it. We do know that Brook face was fucked up. We do know that Benavidez was shot. So that's all I'm saying.
So I mean, so you tell us if Tio says all these things, that we just saw in this video, if Bud and Tio ever fight, what they gonna say about Tio?
What was the chest injury? I mean, because every fighter has a degree of injury. That's why I don't like Tio's argument when he's talking about picking on a broken fighter. He just called out Rolly for getting ready to try to fight through a back injury. So every fighter's a broken fighter by Tio's logic. He was a broken fighter going into the Cambosos fight. I mean, like, I can't see where you start going out at a motherfucker HIPAA and start exposing their medical history and try to accuse them of being a broken fighter. To me, that doesn't sit well. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
But is there any validity to his breakdown thus far?
Half truths, because yes, these fighters have injuries, but like, those are especially with Spence, it's the most ridiculous argument, because that's the fight people been begging for 4 and 5 years. But he's broken. He's broken. Like what the fuck you want? What the fuck you want Bud to do? Go get flipped over in the car too, so he can come to the fight broken too? Like, get the fuck out of here, Tio. Sounds ridiculous, man.
Let's wrap it up, because he's gonna get even more spicy.
Why can't you fight me? I'm fresh and I'm new and I'm clean. Why can't we fight? Why can't you shut up the young buck? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you shut up the young buck? And I'm Spanish too. I bet the black culture would love to shut this boy up. Come on now. Come on. And racism still exists. Ain't that a bitch?
Now, you see what I said the other day? I wonder what David Maldonado got to think about this. Number one. Number two.
He crying. But he ain't crying for this. He crying over the Puerto Rican thing because he Puerto Rican. He adapted Tio.
He beat Puerto Ricans easy.
I watched David's video, bro. He couldn't even take it. He had to do the video laying down.
Yo, but Tio, his marketing is cool, and that's what I'm saying. He want to run with this kind of, he remind me of Sheriff Joe Arpaia out of Arizona. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember him.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but you know what he reminded me of and what his ring walk should be next is a fake Scarface outfit. He is the bad guy. The world is his, bro. Say hello to the bad guy. My man took shots at Puerto Rico, took shots at African Americans. He is officially making himself.
But then he got on the microphone and reneged and said that's not what he meant and stopped twisting his words and he left Puerto Rico.
Because it's true. He took shots at current Puerto Rican fighters and Puerto Rico got so butthurt and the media got so butthurt that they try to say he was talking about past. So they making it about Tito versus him and Cotto versus him and Wilfred. He ain't say that shit. He said, I beat Puerto Ricans easy. You know what I'm saying? He said they easy to me.
But he'd be surprised.
And he about to fight. And technically, it went over people's head. He fighting a Puerto Rican. Like, Jermaine is half Puerto Rican. He Dominican and Puerto Rican.
You know what's funny to me, though? This is how they say racism and prejudice is for ignorant people. Because I don't want to see Tio lose. I happen to think he's a great fighter. Do I think he talks like an idiot sometimes? Sure. Maybe people have said the same thing about me. So we're on equal footing. But that being said, he's trying to find a niche and play into a role, no different than the Mexicutioner. Now is he leaning into it?
No, totally.
Yeah,
totally. Because I don't know if y'all saw the press conference. Did y'all see the press conference?
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so I definitely agree that he's trying to find a role because he the showman returns. It's a big circus, and I'm the fucking clown with the nose and the wig, and I'm just like, bro, like what? Like we all, bro. I kid you not. I'm in the media section. We all looking at each other lost.
He believe that shit is the way to go.
I never looked at it.
I
never looked at it as the circus. I get the outfit and all that, but you could have still been the showman. And, what's the shit they got in Vegas that's mad expensive that it's quote unquote a circus, but nobody call that shit a circus.
Cirque du Soleil.
Exactly. And that shit like $500 a seat, man.
It ain't no circus, bro.
As a kid, where did you see people flying through the air doing gymnastics? In the Olympics or in the circus? Exactly, the circus, man. The circus, man. Come on, bro.
I've never been, bro. I know the circus can have animals. That's why
people my age were used to what is it? The flying trapeze and all. Like that's old.
Yeah,
that's old for us. I'm sorry.
No, I never. No. I never been. I've always seen like animals at the circus.
They've made movies of the people that do that shit falling and dying because some people want to do it with a net, without a net. That shit is part of the circus.
We on the East Coast. Remember Ringling Brothers and Barnum Bailey? That's kind of like the New York City.
That shit used to come to the Meadowlands.
But why? Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I didn't understand the circus play like showman, and then the whole photo shoot, the whole everything was like old Vegas and lights and the strip and vintage Vegas. So,
but then
it threw me off.
He chose the goof, right? He could have chose, like we're all saying, he could have chose the tiger tamer, the lion tamer, right? You know what I'm saying? But he chose the clown. He chose the clown demeanor.
He chose to say that. Shit. He chose to say that, but his outfit isn't a clown outfit. His outfit is the ring leader. What's that word? Actual phrase called the ring master, son. So he just went with that again on some. Like he said, did he say it on the press conference or was that post press conference interview scrum where he said all news is good? Oh, it's with Errol. He said it. All news is good news, Errol, except when he said except when you get a DUI or something else. But he was specific as to what's bad news and what's not bad news. So to me, him saying he had a red nose is just going to get people to type and write. And that's what he's trying to do. You know, I just hope that this, specifically what we're talking about, him coming at Crawford, isn't just to get hype for his fight. And it's real energy that you really want this fight, not that you're trying to hype your fight with Jermaine and get eyeballs on it.
I mean, hype is one thing, but could he be overlooking him? I mean, he's
Overlooking
talking about
Jermaine?
a guy. I mean, yeah.
I don't think he's overlooking Jermaine. I mean, I think that, you know, as a Gemini, you know, I respect people that can multitask, and he's also shared the ring with Jermaine.
Bro, please,
so there's a sense
please.
of being, you know, confident already. You know, he's gotten better. Jermaine has not. In his eyes, I've accomplished. Jermaine has not accomplished. You know, in my eyes, like, yo, he's been in with better opposition than Jermaine. Like, Jermaine's best moment is a tough fight with someone Tio beat. So I don't think that Tio is lacking mentally when it comes to this fight. I feel he's focused because, again, if we believe in this, because I don't mind this, and by this I mean Crawford Tio, you got to be focused because you got to put on a show because that's how you get that fight. You can't keep being up and down. You know, he's been up and down too much.
You know what? I think I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe Tio wants to get the hell away from Top Rank and thinks he can get a spot over there and wants to get walked across the street.
He also said on the interview he's sticking with Top Rank. It's not because of Top Rank. It's more because of the platform. So now if truthfully ESPN doesn't re-up with Top Rank, which I don't know that they – I mean, I think that they would now that Danny has some new information. I don't want you to cut me off, but you add it later. Something about ESPN merging with other companies. Maybe that makes them want to stay in the boxing business. But Tio made it clear on this interview that he's only sticking with Top Rank because of the platform and because he wants to be Walt Disney. And what better way to be Walt Disney than be on the brand that signed a Disney? I don't know, something like that. He said, maybe I interpreted that last part wrong. But Danny, you did send me, before we go back to these phone lines, which I don't think we ever did, but you did send me something that ESPN is merging with Fox and CW?
No, not CW. Warner Brothers, which has TNT.
Now, what does that mean for boxing? Because you sent it to me.
I mean, it means a lot for sports. First of all, it's a huge fucking splash. I would say that means that, you know, a good majority of sports is over there now, right? So from my understanding, that merger's being added to the Hulu, Disney, and ESPN bundle and will be available through that. NBA and NHL, they have deals with TNT, which is under Warner Brothers. They have deals with ESPN. NFL, so the it's divided into two conferences now. You got the AFC and the NFC. The NFC has a deal with Fox. So that's half of your league outside of your premium games. You know, so about 40 to 45% of your games every week, NFL, Fox will be over there. ESPN has the fuck do they got Monday Night Football? So, you know, that's going to be over there. Fox also has a deal with Major League Baseball for the World Series. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk about American sports, NASCAR has a deal with Fox as well. So when you talk about American sports, you know, they're doing a lot right there. That was a huge merger. I mean, it is the hottest talking point outside of the Super Bowl right now in sports and sports business. I've literally gotten 3 emails about it in the last 24 hours. But Nez, do me a favor. Let that be the first time I'm on the show. But let that be the last time you bring up astrology when talking boxing, bro. You know, like that's usually you know that's usually a red flag when I meet a woman. Like you're like, oh well, you know the Gemini in me knows that you know Geminis. I'm like, whoa, let's not bring up astrology and boxing, my brother. Let's keep it player.
Okay.
No, I'm fucking with y'all. No, I'm fucking with
Okay.
y'all. Fucking with y'all. Fucking with you. It was just it did throw me off. I'm like, did he really just use astrology as a fucking comparison
Yo, but
or an argument point?
but on the international side of that deal, Danny, TNT Sports, formerly BT Sports, you know, they I think they host some Queensberry fights, Queensberry promotions, you know, along with
They
ESPN.
they do have a lot in the UK, but my thing was their programming is not our programming, and I have yet to get confirmation from the articles and information I've received that we'll get their shit here in America. As part of the bundle, they've told me the bundle, they've told me where I can get the bundle, they've told me approximately when the bundle's starting. ESPN has already gone as far at bro. They had a huge signing yesterday in Nick Saban for College Game Day. They've even talked about upgrades that they're gonna do to the app and new features that is gonna be provided for ESPN specifically, all within the 20s, all within the announcement of this merger. So I'm excited. I don't know what that could mean for boxing. I do know I spoke to Bob. Bob is hopeful that they will resign with ESPN. Bob went as far as letting me know, and you guys can go check out the interview to see it in its completion.
Why you ain't say, Bob? Why y'all not considering Amazon since you're already doing business with Inoue and Amazon for Japan?
I mean, that's one country, but I'm telling you what he told me.
I'm just saying, did you follow up? Is all I'm asking with that, because they got they know they have an existing deal, so they already got the ear of an executive. Like, yeah, it's only for one country, but now that quote unquote Amazon Prime has gotten into boxing, you know why? Like, it's bigger, right? Like, that would have been a good question to ask. Like, it is bigger, Bob. Like, you do have a relationship. Have you considered it? You know, let him be the one to be like, oh, well, we're happy with ESPN, which he always says that, because that's what he said about the Thursday show.
Well, he said ESPN is happy with them, is what he told me. So you know, we'll see.
Yeah, when he was questioning about the Thursdays, like, why you doing Thursdays and the success of Thursdays, he's like, yo, when your partner asks you to do something, you just do it. And I'm like, okay, Bob, shout out.
No, and to even further points, you know, they're treating this like it's you know, their Super Bowl also. And what I mean by that, how can I say it?
This ain't even a Super Bowl undercard. Tell them get the fuck out of here. They've put on way better undercards for lesser dates.
Yeah, but everybody's coming out for this one. You know, all the corporate sponsors, network executives,
Yo,
like.
What is up with Tio always getting food sponsors, right? Now he got a Nathan's hot dog sponsor. Tio. Now he got a Nathan's hot.
You know what? That is
that
most
a sponsorship?
Yo,
bro,
it's fitting though.
What the fuck else is it?
Fitting. It's fitting.
What do you mean?
Love the Matrusky.
No, hold on. What do you mean? What else is it? Because and the only reason I'm asking is because all I saw was him eating hot dogs and then put ketchup on the tray, like on the naked tray, just dump ketchup on it and was dumping his fries in it.
On the naked tray. Wow, I didn't notice that.
Bro, there was no. Sometimes they have like a piece of paper or something.
Yeah.
Bro, he just dumped the ketchup on the tray, on the bare raw dog tray. And him and his pops just dipping fries in the ketchup.
You know how hungry they had to be. All that damn
bacteria.
Hey
man, hey, shout out to his sponsors, man.
Bro, dishwasher juice is still on the tray and shit. Like,
but Shiny Suits is saying Nathan's is a hot dog. Nathan's Hot Dogs is partners of ESPN, so maybe that's why they made him do it. But I also seen the Burger King one. Like, that shit wasn't fake.
Hold on. I mean, shout out to PBC. Did you see what PBC did yesterday?
Nah.
Bro, they had a Rolly and Leonard in the Super Bowl media row must have did I don't know how many interviews. They was going from table to table to table to table. They, like on some waitress shit, just table to table to table to table, bro, doing all these interviews. Steven, I guess, hooked it up. You feel me? Yes.
I mean, it's about time. Listen, they say you got to break a few eggs to make an omelet, and maybe that was the 9 eggs they broke, and this is gonna be their omelet. Because these are things they didn't do. These are things that we begged them to do. Go outside of the boxing box and promote these fighters. And it's good to see that they're doing it with a guy like Rolly that isn't one of their bigger names, which is who they always cater fucking to. Instead of always building, they only cater to the top. But let's get out to the phone lines. I mean, you sticking around? If not,
Nah, yeah, I got to get up out of here. King Amin of Essex on Instagram, King Amin of Essex 1 on Twitter, and the championship rounds on YouTube. Fellas, enjoy the fight. If it's a fight, I might be able to, jump in the fight chat. I got some things going on, but certainly all my TBV family, enjoy, man. Enjoy the fight tonight. We're going to talk about Tio's performance, and I wonder if there's going to be an upset. I'm not leaning on that too much, but let's not be surprised, man. I'm out.
Ness,
yes,
real
sir.
quick. How much you think a 30-second commercial for the Super Bowl this Sunday is costing?
You don't know. I don't know that. I never even heard of one in the past to be able to gauge it. I just heard it's millions.
7 million for 30 seconds.
7?
7 million.
Yeah, that's not a good enough turnaround. If I'm PBC, I'm not wasting my 7 million on that.
120 million viewers?
Don't care.
No?
I don't
Not
care.
worth it?
I deal in views every day, bro. Just because someone sees you don't mean they subscribe, don't mean they like, don't mean they comment. And that's called a conversion. So for PBC, they want to do a $7 million commercial. Their hope is that someone...
Why'd you say PBC, though?
Here's what I found.
But I thought that's what we were still talking about.
No. I was just giving them kudos. No, I was just giving them kudos for taking Rolly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I thought since you were talking football with Rolly and Leonard, and now you're talking commercial, it's only right that I think you're still talking PBC.
But come on, man. Main events ain't making 7 million. Why the fuck would they spend 7 million on a commercial?
And that's my point. How many pay-per-view buys?
I would never even suggest that.
Yeah,
but bro, talk about conversion. I did not know that the halftime performers don't get paid. And it is because of the conversion. So like Usher, he gets a budget to put the show on, but he doesn't get paid for the show. And they gave conversions of all these people.
What do you mean? Why not? Because I thought the whole...
Because they said the conversion...
Is that new? Because I'm pretty sure if you Google Beyonce, she's like the richest... Well, again, I'm pretty sure if you Google Beyonce, I thought she had a record-breaking deal for her Pepsi halftime show. So she's the Usher of this conversation, no?
I don't know. They gave all these examples, like Justin Timberlake. They said that his album sales went up 850% within the first month.
So they trying to tell you, come do it for free because you going to get publicity?
Pretty much.
Man, you better listen. Let's get back to boxing. But Google Beyonce's halftime show. I bet you she ain't doing a goddamn thing for free. Fuck is we talking about? Da logo.
They even said that when Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg did it,
they not Beyonce.
No, I hear you. Just listen. Just listen to what I'm saying. They said that when Dr. Dre did it, because he brought everybody 50 M. Hold on, listen.
I know it's hard because I'm starting to remember iconic, and I don't even watch them, but they made news like Janet's titty. You gonna tell me she put a titty out there for free? Hell no,
bro.
Or was that not a Super Bowl?
Bro, I mean Justin, the one that pulled that shit off, and again his album sales went up 850%.
All right, but what about her album sales? What about her album? She gotta also agree. That's what I'm saying. She ain't put a titty out there for free. We didn't even see her titties on the movies in Poetic Justice. You kidding me? But listen, I got Mike Hicks. Shout out to Mike Hicks for the coffee.
Bro, look, this is literally
a
Forbes article. Brother, Is Forbes credible enough for you?
No. Yes, man. Go ahead.
Okay. Titled, Why Beyonce is Not Getting Paid for Her Super Bowl Halftime Gig. And this was February 1st, 2013.
Bro, read the details. I ain't believing that.
Beyonce earned an average of $70 million each year from 2009 to 2011, dipping to $40 million last year as she and her husband welcomed their daughter into the world. When she hits the
get
road,
to the details, bro. My man about to give us the whole. That's what I said. Check the details. Mike Hicks, $2. Fight day. Let's go, champs. Boxing glove emoji. And we got Drew, 2 counter punches. What up? Okay. Obviously, we can't hear you. We're going to disconnect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The side quest, yo. I love that shit.
Say again?
Hey, but,
you love what? What did you love?
When Danny takes you on side quest.
Oh no, Danny loves like talking other stuff. He's like, we're gonna make this an everything podcast, whether you like it or not.
Nah, bro. I mean, I just think that's fucking dope. And again, it's saying that Madonna, in this very article, it said Madonna didn't get paid.
My dude,
when
she ain't Beyonce. Read the details on Beyonce, man. A headline don't mean shit. We do that all the time. There's the devil's in the details. Did Beyonce not make no money? That's what I want to know. Fucking Jay ain't no weirdo. He's a fucking intelligent man. No way, no how that woman ain't make no money. You out there sweating in front of all the millions of people. Drew, take this call away. Danny taking us down his football shit.
Yeah, no, again, bro. It says right here. It says right here. It says it says Beyonce. It says Beyonce was not paid, but will earn double-digit millions from Pepsi in her multi-year deal.
There it is. So Pepsi is the one that did the halftime show, though, my brother. They paying her. Like, I know my girl ain't going out.
It's a multi-year deal.
I don't give a fuck. Sign me to a multi-year deal.
So she ain't getting the money. She ain't getting the money that night. She getting it throughout the deal, bro. The NFL does not pay.
She getting a piece that night.
But if she didn't do the show, would she get a Pepsi deal? No. Drew, take it away.
Bro, she had the Pepsi deal.
Fuck out of here.
She got the fucking show, you dumbass.
Fuck out of here. All right, Danny, you right then. I don't believe you, though.
All right.
Nah, in regards to that deal Danny's talking about, those 3 entities are consolidating to compete with fucking Netflix, and because the NBA's rights are up next year, so are the UFC's, and after this Netflix WWE, there's Apple's got 160 billion cash on hand.
It's not Netflix. It's not Netflix. I'm telling you, it's Amazon.
No,
they're not trying
Amazon
to.
don't got more money.
They're not trying to.
Yes,
they're not trying to.
Danny, listen, Danny.
Bro.
Yes, they are, Danny.
I read the fucking article with the fucking spokesman from ESPN,
he works in
bro.
TV, bro. You're not listening. You never listen. He's in LA.
Bro, that's great.
He runs LA.
Apple's got.
So you work for ESPN?
Why you don't want to let me?
That the ESPN
you wouldn't know. You don't know if he works for ESPN. You ain't letting him fucking talk.
Bro, unless he's bigger than the ESPN chairman.
How would you know that he's bigger than the ESPN chairman? You ain't even hear him.
He wouldn't be listening to the show. He called
what the fuck? How dare you? How dare you?
He'd be too busy. He'd be too busy.
How dare you?
Too busy.
This guy.
The people talking the industry, Danny, like Danny, they're trying to compete with Apple, Amazon, Netflix. Netflix is still the #1 streaming. Danny, they're all trying to get ready.
Not
Apple's
live
got
streaming.
160 billion cash. Apple's got 160 billion cash. Amazon's got 66 billion. These legacy medias can't compete with them. That's why they're losing. That's why they're having to do this. Netflix is still #1. Netflix is the only one with positive cash flow.
Bro, not live streaming, brother.
Money.
They've had one live stream event in the history of the company. One.
And they're changing their model. And what happened when they had that live stream? It shit went trending, all that. But that's what's going on with that. Like, they're all trying to compete. There's new deals coming up. That NBA deal is going to tell a lot. Whoever wins those rights, because they're looking to get the deal done this year, because the deal ends next year. Now let me ask. Tell me what's going on with Crawford. What did Tio say about black culture and all that shit? What's nonsense he talking now?
Basically, he picked apart Crawford's resume in a negative way, saying he only fights broken fighters, shot fighters, broken faces, guys that went in car accidents, and now he's picking Canelo because Canelo's older, slower, way more flat-footed, on the decline, and depreciating. And he said, listen, I'm a young buck. Shut the young buck up, and everybody knows that I'm Latino, and the black culture would love for Crawford to shut me up.
Oh, he's right there after the shit he said about the top-ranking black fighters. I mean, I don't deny that, but you pick apart everybody's resume. When Crawford fights lineal champions, he stops them. Tio doesn't. He has a disputed fight where it was a close with Loma. It was clear with Taylor. But Tio's Tio. He doesn't win decisively like Terence Bud Crawford's been winning. So
you running your next
he's
one?
baby fish. Oh no, I'll come back in. I want to hear people talk. Danny, more side quests for him, Ness. We like hearing Ness get agitated with you.
Nah, I'm learning because
That's easy.
He's funny, bro. He's the only one that has done that. I've noticed that. Like, there's no other co-host. He's good at what he does. But I just gotta learn that that's what he does. So, I try not to go down down that.
The thing is,
because it's like a black hole.
Is with us,
here he goes.
The thing is with us, Ness, is that we both, you and I both don't like being wrong. But I know how to be wrong and you don't. That's literally the only, you know what I'm saying, like, big picture difference.
Did you go see Ortiz or what, you fell asleep? Because it was early on your time.
Nah, I called. They say he had laid down. He had already laid down and shit. And I said, Junior was like, pero Dani, yo le hablé a Néstor hace unas 3-4 horas. Le dije, no, pues a mí apenas una hora me dio saber.
Yeah.
But he's like, he laid down. He said we was down here playing cards, kicking it, just.
Hit him up, though. Maybe he going for a morning. Well, it's, he already made weight. He don't need no run. All right, whatever.
And even after the weigh-in, I was with them and shit. But he was like, shit, I'm gonna eat, go to the room by myself and whatnot. So it was like everybody kind of split
That's because you ain't Dominican, man. Because that shit, he paying the fucking house. That shit was lit. Motherfuckers was making plátanos. They had the guidas out. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna send Danny
You see that shit?
Bro, he paying that shit.
Oh, he FaceTimed you.
Yeah, I FaceTime him. What the fuck? It's my man's in them. I'm like, yo, what's like good? Bruh. I'm out here. You know what? We gonna leave that for another show. We got Proud Father. Salute to you, brother. Welcome to the prospect level. We got my man, Moose. I know that gotta be Moose. If this ain't Moose, my bad, but I think you Moose because, Moose usually goes by, you feel me? I think Moose, when he makes his accounts, that's his first name, but we know you Moose, so we're going to run with Moose. Welcome to the contender level. Remember, anyone signing up to the memberships, you can go and drop questions. Yesterday night, we had Elijah Garcia and my boy Tito Mercado stepping in the ring. Guess what Tito said?
What did he say?
He'll fight and beat Matias right now. Let's fucking go. He said, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something. I got into it with this fucking reporter the other day for a fucking hour. Because this dude told me that Matias beats everybody. And when I tell you everybody, if you think Matias could fight him, bro, he said he beat him. And he named them. He literally went down the line. And I said, bro, so you don't think there's a blueprint? Like, we've seen him lose. You don't think that somebody... And
that for Super Matias fans, that blueprint don't exist because, that he was smoking, and since then he's been training. How you say that town?
Bro, but that's the thing.
See, Pico?
No.
Hippie. Oh, say it.
Hippie algo. I just remember Hickey something.
Hippie Pico. I think it
But
was.
I just know that like my man, like I'm talking to him and I respect him. I respect him. He
I
got
mean,
his
who is
ends,
he? Who is he?
but he's big, bigger than us
Ooh,
for sure.
ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa.
And
My man was talking
bro,
to
but
Stephen A. Smith. It's the only
he
motherfucker
ain't
that
even
could.
he he ain't even say like he ain't even know where he was training at. None of that. I'm like, bro, you just you been around, but you ain't me.
You ain't like that. Shout out the
No,
man.
he like that, but he just ain't me.
Nah,
Like
he ain't like that. Stephen A. ain't like that.
it
Manuel.
wasn't Stephen A. It wasn't Stephen A.
Oh, because that's the only dude that could say he might be bigger than me. I don't
I
know what you're
mean,
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm a humble guy.
I
I'm a
mean, is we
humble
talking
guy,
about
bro.
Rogan? You was talking to Rogan? Was it Joe Buttons? Nah, I'm fucking
Let's
with
just
you.
move on.
I'm fucking with
Man,
you.
Buttons ain't bigger.
Bruh, Buttons is my man. Stop hating on Buttons. Out here in them flip-flops doing shit. He official. Manuel LG gifted one membership. Danny, see if you can locate who he gave that to, man. But salute to anybody that gives anybody a membership to the gang gang. Ant in Cincinnati, what it do? He said, kid clout chasing. He'd get seriously hurt by Bud. Man, fights gotta happen. I wanna see it. Swift in the 718 New York City, what it do? He says Tio shouldn't use those talking points. He lost to George Kambosos in 2021 and really lost to Sandor in 2021, but was gifted a decision and had a knockdown unscored. Years of lurking, $2. Spence had 2 accidents after Ugas with the kid.
Hey, Nuss. Nuss.
Uh-huh.
Bro, I respect you, bro, but like I don't
Here we
agree
go.
we should do the 500 thumbs up to unlock the chat, bro.
Nah, we should. We almost there, too.
No, listen, I think we playing ourselves, bro. If we have 1,000 people, I'm a numbers guy.
I
Everything is
hear you.
numbers to me.
I hear
If
you.
we have 1,000 people watching and only 5, bro, that's failing. That's an F. Like you ain't even getting a D in class.
Yeah, but
That
that's
is a
only
failure.
open in the chat. That's only open in the chat. Right now, we have 493 thumbs up, so we almost there. If you want to get it open, you got to smash the thumbs up. But if you stop hitting the thumbs up once we open it, we just go back to members. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to be begging you to do what you need to do. But I was going to this super chat real quick, and we going back to the phone lines. We got...
I think it should be like 850.
Baby Joker, $5. Tio doing a great job antagonizing the black community. He doing what Floyd did with Mexicans. No double standards, Mexican emoji flag. No double standards here. Stop sign emoji. Crying, crawl, fraud, beating old boxer. So he spelled crawl and then fraud instead of Crawford. And he said he's beating old boxers. So he's siding with Tio, this guy. We got Slick Nick celebrating his 20th super chat on a live stream. $5. He says, everyone thought Earl was that guy and was going to break Bud like, whoa, like a slave. Why would you go there? Now that he got whooped, Earl was already broken. Y'all make me sick. Hey, that's the narrative, bro. High-Low Sports Centrum, $2. The boxing voice is more. Appreciate you. JXV, Better Beef, Bibble, free. Meanwhile, PBC charging $89? No, they not. I ain't seen no reports on $89. You better stop.
I ain't seen reports on any price.
Exactly. High and Low Sports Centrum only reports on Dan Rayfield's 65 to 69.99 range rumor. High and Low Sports Centrum, $2. Teofimo Lopez, the next frontier of boxing. We got Latron, $2. Fight day and my birthday. Turn the fuck up. Oh, salute to you, champ. Happy birthday, man. Salute to what is it, Latron, right? Yeah, there is a T. Latron. I don't think we got, let me see, because this update was official. Let me see. They might give me a happy fucking birthday if I search it. Do we got a happy birthday? No, we don't. Sorry, Latron. We try. Oh, Yo, this update is crazy. All right, happy birthday, Latroy.
Bro.
Yo, you hating on me? Don't be hating on my sound bites.
No. Another thing that,
What we
bro, I
talking?
don't know what
Football,
the fuck.
soccer? Where we at with this one?
Now WWE. Another
Oh,
thing that
fuck.
boxing could learn from a dude. Bro, they have a press conference today to announce their WrestleMania event. I think it's in April, right?
Mm-hmm.
The press conference is at the T-Mobile, free for fans. That's great. But guess what?
What?
If you want to meet some of our stars, they had $1,000 tickets and $500 tickets. The $1,000 tickets sold out for a fucking press conference, bro.
Shit.
And the $500
Just to do
tickets
meet
was
and
on, like,
greets?
just to do a meet
Yeah,
and
but
greet.
that's the thing. Boxing can't do that. Boxing ain't that popular. They can't try. Who the fuck gonna pay $1,000 to meet and greet?
Canelo, Tank, because this is their WrestleMania. This is
Oh
supposed to be their
their
biggest
Super
event
Bowl.
of the year.
Okay, I get what you're
You get
saying.
what I'm saying?
I guess,
So,
but I
like,
mean, again, we was talking Tio and Crawford, so I'm
no,
not thinking Canelo and Tank.
no. But I'm just saying, like, bro, think about what we got last year. If boom, you're giving us a press conference for Tank Ryan.
Yeah, $1,000
And you
tickets for
give it,
Ryan and Tank might sell out for sure to meet him, take a picture with him,
and it's not like it was many of them. You feel me?
little
It's a limited
autograph or
amount.
some shit, meet him. I like the idea. I mean, it's like you said, selected fighters though. High and Low Sports Centrum, $2. The Boxing Voice is made. Not yet, champ, but we grinding. High and Low Sports Centrum back at us another $2. He says, The Boxing Voice, only for a friend to go high. I think you meant get high, you know what I'm saying? Get high. Let me get to Jay Swift. Brooklyn. I'm at Dykeman.
If you are tuned in, make sure to smash the like, make sure you are subscribed, and have that notification bell turned on.
Jay in Dykeman.
What do you say?
You got to unmute, player. Himalaya. JJ from across the way.
Yo, I'm at work right now in the truck. Can you put me back on in queue?
Got you, player. Dom, what it do?
Yo, what up, TBD? What up, Ness? What up, Danny?
Chilling. Buenos dias.
Yeah, as far as these comments from Tio, Terence Bud Crawford, he's put his head down and he's fought everybody in front of him at an almost perfect KO rate. And he's gone on record before about his disagreements with Top Rank and how they mismanaged his career. It wasn't until Bud left Top Rank, became a free agent, and took control of his career to make the Spence fight happen that people want to rewrite history to make it seem like he's a duck or, he's been cherry picking. In the last 2 years, as a free agent, Bud has single-handedly changed his career, the trajectory from a non-draw boogeyman to an all-time living legend. Everybody has something to say now, and whatever Tio wants to say is just the narrative.
I mean,
being
it's
repainted
technically
about,
Dom is not everybody. There's only 2 people calling him out.
Yeah, it's 2 more than I heard before. Nobody was calling this guy out before. His whole career was predicated and dictated on the Spence fight.
I mean,
So
why not take a fight then?
That's what his narrative was.
But so why not take a fight then? It was so hard for you to take a fight in the past, and now you finally got 2 people calling you out. Why not take a fight?
He's on his way. This guy Tio, he's got to fight tonight. What's he supposed to do except to fight with Tio? He's got to fight tonight, and Tio's got to win.
So you don't want the fight because you sound like Tio's disrespecting Crawford by asking for it.
Let me get through my train of thought, if that's okay.
Ooh, shut me up.
Because Tio, he's painting this narrative, and that's the problem I'm upset with because, like I said, Bud's entire narrative, if any, nobody really gave him much credit before the Spence fight. It was all dictated on the outcome of that Spence fight. And if that Spence fight never happened, what would people be saying about Bud? Not what they're saying now. So, when that bell rang for the Spence fight and he performed the way he did and dominated in that fashion, that's when this narrative is being painted about Bud, about, he's been fighting spoiled goods. But the facts are the facts. And, Bud is him in boxing. He's him. And put your favorite boxer on a lie detector and they'll tell you the same thing. They wish they could perform the way Bud did his last fight. So, he's earned the position to sort of, choose his next fight. And he said he wants Canelo next. And if we're talking narratives, Tio's a fighter who's fluctuated more than any of his peers. He overachieves when he's an underdog and he underperforms as a favorite. That's been his pattern. His peaks are high, his lows are low.
That's why it's a threat for Crawford, because he will overachieve when he's the underdog.
Well, here's my thing, because Tio, he became the undisputed champ. He loses his belt as a negative 1,000 favorite. Next, he impresses during his comeback tune-up. And then his next fight, he's doubting himself on the hot mic.
You're going in and out. You're going in and out, champ. Please try to talk directly into the mic.
As a favorite, negative 1,000, he loses. As a negative 500 favorite, he doubts himself waiting for the scorecards. His last fight, he impressed with some, even odds. Tonight, he's back a favorite. If anybody should be worried about their trajectory and what they got going for them, it should be Tio. I don't put much stock in the narratives. I think he wins tonight. I think the bigger, more creative guy wins. But, Tio should just focus on himself. He should focus on this fight and really focus on getting a good pattern and a record established for himself, because his last 5 fights ain't been it. We don't know who Tio is based off
But you
fights.
talking patterns. Why you not looking at the pattern of beating lineal champions and Crawford is one and next?
Hey, no. See, that's where you get me wrong. I'm here for the Tio fight. If we want to make that happen, I'm here for that as a boxing fan. But that's not being discussed right now from the undisputed champ who's looking to graduate from 147 after being there so many years.
And neither is Canelo being discussed by the undisputed champ. Okay, because the undisputed champ that you talking about might be talking about Canelo, but the undisputed champ that I'm talking about certainly hasn't mentioned Crawford's name.
Well, that's fair enough. Look, I'm here for the Tio fight. Before I go, I got Abdullah Mason under 4.5 rounds. I got Keyshawn over 8.5, and I got Tio over 10.5. And let's just enjoy the boxing. And shout out to Kansas City Chiefs. They're gonna stomp on the 49ers. Peace, y'all.
Peace. So those are the guys in the Super Bowl? Because I seen that the Sphere is putting the football helmets on the Sphere. That was pretty dope.
Bro, oh my God.
I seen the man that climbed the Sphere, stupid ass.
Bro, that shit was crazy.
Only in Vegas do they do stupid shit. Poor guy. How long is he going to be in jail for that dumb shit? Weirdo.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Hope he had bail money.
I expected some dumb shit. Vegas, Super Bowl week, people overly drunk. But, bro, he did that shit in broad day. My man's climbed on top of the Sphere.
No, dude,
figure out how to get down.
He's probably a YouTuber. These days, that's what these dudes are doing to get views. They crazy, man. Shit is crazy.
Bro, I don't understand how people take it to crazy extremes just for some attention.
He probably was one of them parquet dudes. Or is it parkour, the dudes that run and jump shit.
Bro, I seen the motherfucker die. I'm sure they was dead. That one of them people you talking about fell off a building and landed on top of
they
the
be
car.
doing stunts, but yeah, he was wilding. Jay Will, rocking a hard place. Jay Will.
Jay Will. Who we got next, Nash?
We going back to him. We going back to him.
Yo,
We hear you.
can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What up, man? Your boy's a troll, man. He's just a professional troll, man. And the dude is probably really one of the most cringe dudes in sports, man. Some of his interviews, man, like I don't know if y'all seen the top rank uh little pressure thing, little interview with him and Keyshawn Davis. Yo, man, the guy
The
said he
leak
died in the
fights?
ring again.
Oh no,
Huh?
I ain't see that. I ain't see that. I ain't see that. Whatever
Yeah,
they about.
it was like a little insight into Keyshawn's and Tio's camps on Top Rank. Tio goes to say like, man, I died in a ring against Cambosis. Like he said some of the most cringiest shit. But what I can do is separate the personality from the boxer. And one of the questions earlier is he the best at 140? No matter what I think of that guy as a person or what, the dude does have the best resume at 140 right now. To me, he got the best wins to me at 140. Um, even though he hasn't, unified or whatnot. Before Spence unified, people were saying Spence was the best at 147. So I don't think you technically have to unify to be called the best in the division. So I will say Tio's the best. Um, but I think the reason why he's getting up on a lot of people's skin is because he just doesn't have the merit to talk to Crawford. So, like, dude, like, I don't, I just don't think that he just doesn't stack up to Bud. Nobody even sees that as a close fight. Like, if Bud just fought Josh Taylor, Bud stops Josh Taylor within 10 rounds, easy. So I don't know. It's just like everybody sees that as a publicity stunt, and don't nobody see it as like a fight that can really be made or anybody's really going to pay that any attention. And I can't see it as Crawford ducking Tio because Crawford's going after Canelo. And I will say Canelo is past his prime. I've said that before. Saying that Canelo is not at his prime is not taking anything away from Crawford. It's still an amazing feat. But if he was fighting Crawford, I mean, if Crawford was fighting Canelo in his prime, he'd be fighting like a Benavidez type person at 168 instead of Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So now I don't think it's doing any disservice to Crawford is saying that he's fighting a Canelo that's a little long in the tooth. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tio is just cringe, bro, man. That's my call.
So you gonna act like nothing he said got any sort of validity, huh? He just cringe. You gonna go that route. I love it.
He
I mean,
literally said
what
that he agrees with the declining of Canelo, that
That's
he ain't in his prime.
and ironically, that's all he would agree with. He wouldn't agree with the dude got shot. He wouldn't agree with the Earl was weight drained or had cataract, but he will agree that Canelo's on the decline because he's a fucking Canelo hater. And this is what I say. He always reveal himself. Why can't people just say, yo, two things could be true? Trees.
Toledo, Ohio in the building. What it do?
Yo.
What's up? We hear you.
What up, though? What up, though? Oh, I had sent you a counter punch too, by the way. But basically with this topic, I've been waiting for this one. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not against Tio. I like the shit he be talking about, man. The shit he seemed pretty logical to me. He don't say nothing that don't, you feel me, make sense. Like the man want to test himself against the best fighters in the world. Like he wanna stay with ESPN because they sponsored by they signed to Walt Disney. The shit makes sense. Like he thinking big brand shit, he thinking big money shit. It all makes sense. But if he want to put, by the way, I got him beating Jermaine Ortiz tonight. I'm thinking decision. But if he get that done in an impressive fashion, even if he stop him or if he style on him like he did at Josh Taylor, you feel me? I if Bud's still not gonna pay attention to him, I like Teofimo to go ahead and put hands on a Giovanni Stantillion. Yeah, since it's in Top Rank, that's in house. He got the
But
WBO
why?
interim type belt or whatever the fuck.
Bro, you
Go
can't
ahead. Go
you
ahead.
can't compare Stantillion to Crawford. Like, what? How is that
No,
going?
no, no. Listen. If you let me, because he up at 147. I feel like Bud, the type of motherfucker, like, oh, I shouldn't pay attention to him because he have. I get that y'all saying he got the WBO belt and he could just go up there. But what if he relinquished it? And if he relinquished it, if he beat Santillion, he like basically right in line. Like that's clearly ducking now. To me, that's all signs of ducking. We get Bud that you want the Canelo fight, then it's like to me that's ultimate pressure. You
Bruh,
going up
bruh,
knocking off.
bruh, bruh. This is like, just look at it this way. Like, Canelo, I'm gonna pause your time. Canelo told Andre, the two division champ, forget it. Let's just say two division champ, you ain't fought nobody. That can't be said for Tio. Like, Crawford is not in a position to tell Tio go fight somebody when he's already beat two lineal champs, and by the right of the WBO has the right to enforce the fight. But why enforce the fight and then end up with a vacant belt? He trying to make the fight.
I'm
But he
with
don't
you. I'm
he
with you.
don't
I'm
need.
talking
But
about.
that's what I'm saying. He don't need to do what Andre did because he is not Andre. Tio is not Demetrius Andre. Tio has
I'm with you.
done more than
I want
Andre.
the fight. I want the TO fight.
You
I'm with
can't
you. I
tell
think
him go
I'm
do
the
something. You
I'm
can't tell him
hey.
go fight a number one contender. Like, what does Tio get out of Stantillion? The last caller told you, Dom, right? Dom said Tio fights up and down. So Tio would be maybe a favorite slightly over Stantillion because of his size and how good he looked his last fight. And I mean Stantillion. But Tio still would
That's
be
what I'm saying.
Tio still would be a favorite. So he may not give us the best performance. He fights best as an underdog. You understand? And that's what he would be versus Crawford, without a doubt. But unpausing.
I don't know. I get what you're saying. I'm not opposed. Like I say, I'm not opposed to the TO fight. I'm saying if you putting pressure, if your goal is to maximize the pressure on the guy, why not fight a guy that you already is in house with you? He in top rank.
Yeah,
He just came off a
the
good
answer to
performance.
that is you already gave it. You just don't care about it. You said, I hear the WBO shit, but like that's the answer. Why not? Why not? Because I just have to activate my WBO status instead of fighting a dude that's irrelevant to me.
I
That's
suppose.
why not. That's
But
the
that's
answer.
but that's all he got to do if he want to fight.
Yeah, but then
But that's
Crawford could vacate. He trying to make the fight, not enforce the fight.
I mean, we don't know that.
You
Like he
want him to
can't
enforce the fight.
vacate. He can vacate, but we don't know that he will.
I mean, he did it already with Ennis.
No, he didn't. He was stripped.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you. So do you think I mean, I guess the real answer is this. The question is this. Who's bigger, Tio or Ennis? Because he didn't want to fight Ennis, and they say he don't bring nothing to the table. But
I gotta say Tio. I gotta say Tio just based on the fact that Tio I mean, Tio was right with the
Yeah, no, you
ESPN shit.
gotta say Tio.
That shit helped. You gotta say just the fact that he on ESPN alone helps with his you feel me, with his audience that he
so
bring
there
in.
you go. So the fight makes sense because the Jerron's fight didn't make sense. But like Tio said, he Latin. This fight makes sense.
I mean, but what Danny said is he got stripped, so that wasn't Boots' fault. You feel me? That's the IBF stepping in like
the
they've been
IBF,
known to do.
yeah. But getting stripped and vacating, same shit. Like, you got stripped because you ain't want to fight. All he had to do was fight, not to get stripped. I got to get to other callers. But like, getting stripped and vacating is the same shit. You know what I'm saying? You allowed yourself to get stripped. You didn't drop your belt. Like, you could have defended your belt and not get stripped. Like, that's the latter. Let me see who we got. I see.
I mean, I just think, there's like realistic shit. I mean, we just said that Tio would be a bigger fight. So a guy that ain't even in his division would be a bigger fight than the best possible fight in his division. So I think that, especially with the Spence rematch up in the air, or whatever he doing next up in the air. I mean, shit, you never know. He may very well take that. I don't think he will, but I mean, I just think it's not many options.
Exactly. You only got two people calling you out. What if Canelo decides to really do what Tim Bradley said yesterday? Check out my second show last night. And what if Tim Bradley is right? and Canelo fights Jamal and Earl and retires, then what does Crawford do? For all you Crawford fans out there saying, oh, Ness, get the fuck out of here. Tio this, Tio that. Crawford is waiting on a Canelo fight. Do I want it? Yeah, we all want it. But Canelo hasn't said yes. He ain't even mentioned this shit. This is coming from reports. So what does Crawford do in the meantime? Just keep waiting? Oh, yeah, he fight once a year, Ness, so it's all good. Nah, it ain't all good. July around the corner.
What'd you make of the weigh-in video? Obviously, it was brief, 2 words, but you know, we saw Top Rank drop the back and
I make
forth.
nothing. He said, fuck
Drop
you.
the back and forth. Yeah, no, I'm saying, but we saw Top Rank drop the audio between Keyshawn and Tio. Which that in itself was interesting. First of all, I loved it. But some people, like media folks, was like, yo, they did Tio dirty. They felt that, you get what I'm saying, they should have never dropped that audio. But obviously that audio dropped. Bud was at the weigh-in yesterday. He said, fuck Tio. You said you ain't really make shit of it?
I mean, nah, like, so he don't like Tio. Cool. Y'all know my energy. When Earl said all this clown shit and whoop-diddy-whoop, what I said, fight him. Where I come from, that's what you do. You don't like a motherfucker, you fight him. Motherfucker says something about you, you fight him. You understand? So we'll see. This is what Crawford told us anyway. You want the fight? Say the wrong shit. You gonna get me to fight you. Tio saying the wrong shit, in my opinion. We'll see if it's gonna get him to fight him. Again, we can't act like we weren't. So yeah, not in those words, but absolutely. Absolutely. I hope Stone Bowl call in or Alex.
Wearing a blanket on television. Wow.
I'm sure Alex can find us a fucking timestamp or some shit away. He said it for sure. Max, you there?
Yo, what up? Yeah, I was just letting y'all
Crystal
get that
clear
off.
too. What up?
What up, champ?
You know, on the road today. Now
Man,
look, see what's happening.
Yeah, no, I just want to give you flowers, bro. I tuned in to the game the other day. I heard you call the game for a little bit.
Oh, hey, appreciate that, dog.
It was all because of the name of the school, bro. The name of the school got me in the name of the school got me intrigued, but I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you, champ. Keep killing shit.
Yeah, appreciate it. Hey, that's all thanks to this show right here. You know, I got my start here just as a caller, you know, worked my way up to Border Wars commentary and, you know, got hired on local. So appreciate that, Danny. And, you know, yeah, it all started from TBV. But on today's topic, you know, look, man, 2 things can be true, honestly. Like, I don't understand why people are upset with Tio trying to get a fight with Crawford. Like, ain't that what we want? We sit here and wish fighters would. Tio, look, I'm not a fan of Tio. He does say cringeworthy things, but at the same time, like, that's what I want out of a fighter. I want you to go for the gusto, call the big names out. He's telling you, hey, Crawford, you don't like what I'm saying? Come whip my ass then, you know? So I can't be mad at him. But I also can't be mad at Bud, man. If Bud, like it or not, this Canelo fight is a realistic possibility. And Bud has waited, you know, for whatever reason. You know, I still say, I mean, he did re-sign the Top Rank all those years ago, so that's still on him. But regardless, Bud hasn't had these major opportunities. Look, the Bud and Canelo fight would be way better, and it's going to sell more than Bud Spence did. I mean, 600,000 views, in my opinion, was a disappointment. For as long as we waited for that fight to kick off, I think when they first delayed it in 2022, that had a big effect on the sales the following year. But Tio's doing what you're supposed to do. If I'm Bud, I'm not looking at it as a duck. You know what I mean? I'm not going backwards, bro. Ain't nobody gonna pay you more than Canelo will. But Ness.
Oh, so Canelo said he's fighting Bud?
No, but what I'm saying is, if that's still on the table, I'm not entertaining anything else until I know it's a done deal.
But have you? I mean, you Mexican. Have you seen any Mexican interviews of Canelo saying he's entertaining that fight?
No, but I've also been the same person in the pre-pro telling y'all this. I still think the fight's happening in May. Fuck September. I'm telling you, I think May's the date because I still believe we're gonna get Benavidez in September. Maybe I'm holding out false hope, but I I just have a strong feeling we're getting this fight in May. It's quiet right now. We haven't heard anything out of Canelo. That should tell you something in itself. It's mid-February. We don't got a fight announcement. He usually fights Cinco de Mayo. Usually by now we know what's happening. So there's something up their sleeve. Um, who knows what it could be? But I still think if I'm Bud and the possibilities out there, I'm not entertaining nothing else until I know for sure it's off the table.
Champ, that's the
That I
bell.
mean,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Like I said, I want the Bud fight versus Canelo, but is it there? You know, are we all just holding out hope? Is it there? And like Danny said, you know, we were under the impression it's for September, which still leaves room for Bud to fight someone May, June, even early July. Tip Bellis.
Potentially. Yeah, definitely not July.
Listen, people told me I would be. Remember, my source said I would be surprised by who Bud is gonna fight next. So you know, what Tio would surprise me. Tip.
I mean, if your
I
source
would
is
take.
telling
I
you
would
that,
take. I would take Johnny Bet
if your
too.
source is telling you that, then it's clearly not Tio because the shit just happened. So,
But remember, it was before all this. He been said that. I even made a community post because I couldn't figure out. He don't want to. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into it again. But it's just too complicated. You know, it was too complicated. Like the way I'm supposed to figure it out so that I figure it out on my own. It's just like, bro, he's giving me 3 divisions to choose from. It's too much. What up?
TBV, man, what's going on? Ah, I love the energy, man. You know, that's people act this way when they feel threatened. You know, the Crawford fans, they feel threatened, and Terence Crawford himself feels threatened. You know what I'm saying? It's like that when you got a guy who wants to come for your spot. I mean, why else would you say fuck Tio? You know what I'm saying? When a guy asks you a question about him, because you feel threatened. You know, that's what happens in this game. Uh, look, man, it's a great fight to make. I don't understand, you know, like people were saying the other day, right, Ness? They said, man, Tank got all these fights at 135 to 140. Why you want to jump up to 140? I mean, 147. Shit, Bud got a lot of fights at 147 and 154 to make, you know, and there's guys that can move up to fight him. Why does he want to go to 168? I mean, shit, bro. I mean, sometimes these guys want to make an escape route, you know, instead of taking tough fights around the division, and they want to jump up for a payday. And you know, we as fans, we gotta start changing the narrative a little bit, bro. We gotta start changing the narrative. It's crazy out here. Look, man, Crawford. It's like I said. I said the same shit Tio said. Crawford not really trying to challenge himself, man. I don't feel like he is, bro. I don't feel like he is. Bud fought a lot of dudes that were either on the back end or they were coming off major injuries, you know. I heard Amin say something about Spence earlier, you know. I mean, as far as fighting broken fighters, I mean, shit, we knew Thurman was a broken fighter during the time Spence was trying to get him. It wasn't like Thurman was a well put together fighter at that time, bro. He was going through injuries, and people were calling for that fight. No one Keith was injured. You know what I'm saying? Dow Earl got caught up in the shit. And look, the tables turned. But you know, yeah, I think Bud should fight Teofimo, dog. I think Bud should fight Teofimo. Why not? I mean, you looking for big fights? There's plenty of big fights to create. Unless you just want to payday and get out of there. I mean, that's basically what he's telling us. I don't like supporting that, you know. People always want to argue about dudes wanting paydays, but here it is. A guy calling for a payday, and y'all bagging it. It's kind of weird out here. It's kind of weird out here. But, you know, March 30th, man. Keith one-time Thurman fighting another 20-year-old. You know, some of your favorite fighter not doing for the second time in a row. And February 16th, O'Shaquie Foster, man. Tune in. All right, y'all.
All right. Quan, what it do? High and Low Sports Central from $2. Teofimo Lopez, the next frontier boxing.
And then they'll fire you.
High and low.
We hear you, Quan.
Oh, yo, okay. Shout out to Boxing Voice. She was just listening to what Tio saying. It don't sound crazy. I like that Tio want to challenge himself, but I feel like anytime after he go up, he gonna use that as an excuse if he lose. Like, I was just trying to dare to be great if he fought somebody like Terence Crawford. But looking at the weigh-ins, I mean, Brad looked like he already outgrown 140. I'm not even going. I like he already sucking in. So he definitely on his way out of the division already. And I feel like the Bud fight just don't make sense because what do Tio do for Bud? Like, you know, we already know Bud looking for his good, you know, the good paydays and legacy fights. What is fighting Tio? Is that gonna get him more money than fighting Spence or anything close to fighting Spence?
Well, Spence off the table, so why are we even bringing that up?
No, I'm saying like
but it's not on the table, so there's nothing to
no,
say.
I'm saying if Bud go fight Tio, is he gonna make the same money or anything close around that if he fight
my bro,
Tio? Like, would he make the same money?
Bud ain't gonna fight nobody where he gonna make the money that he made in the Earl fight.
Not even going up to 54.
Versus who?
And fight none of them dudes.
Who?
Hey, all the names up
no,
there.
you tell me. You tell me. You about to pay for Bud Canelo? Excuse me, not Bud Canelo. Bud
The
Jamel.
only way, the only guy at 54 I could see him making close to the same amount of money would be Zoo in Australia.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
In Australia,
bro, Zoo got to fight, man, with Thurman.
No, for sure. I'm just saying we've seen Australians pull out the money before.
Zoo got to fight with Thurman. He can't even fight Zoo and Tom because remember he got to stay available for September 14th. If he really want a Canelo fight.
You were just saying, you literally just said he could fight in July and fight in September. Now he can't fight.
He can't fight Zoo. How the fuck can he fight Zoo? Zoo got a March 30th fight. Like, this kid, you only like to argue with me. He could fight Tio. Tio about to fight today.
Champ.
Zoo about to fight March 30th.
Just hear me. Hear me, brother. Just hear me.
Go ahead.
You said you could give Terence a fight in July, give him a 2-month turnaround and go up 3 divisions to fight Canelo.
Yep.
But Zoo can't have a 3-month turnaround to fight Bud?
No. He can't fight Keith Thurman and fight Bud in June, July. Like I said, no.
But Bud can fight Tio, move up 3 divisions in 2 months.
We've already shown to each other that we don't agree. Let the audience agree what could be done. You know what I mean? Go ahead, champ.
Why can one guy do it and not the other, though?
I've already given you my answer.
Hey, I don't know. If it happened, I just don't see Bud actually doing it unless Tio keep on talking so much shit to actually get him in there. But
exactly.
Like I said, I don't see it. I mean, he did. Hey, Bud did say that's like the one reasons that can get him in the rings if you just talk hella shit. You know, Bud is a hell of a competitor, so you know it'll make sense and shit. But shoot, that's my call. You know, shout out Ohio Boxing and shit. I want to ask you a question though about the border wars because I see
DM me
going and shit. All right, DM.
And there's an entire show out that may answer your questions, but Tio, if you listening, post fight, you got to be like, "Hey, Nebraska, is this your king?" You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, does he not answer? You know what I mean? You got to antagonize him, right? You got to be Clubber Lane, baby. I've said that all my life on this show. You got to be Clubber Lane. You're going to get that fight. But you got to be Clubber Lane. Cliff, Connecticut. Look at this other guy. $2 super chat. Tio versus Boots for the IBF. Winner fights Bud. Slick Nick, $2. No. 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 Boots need Tio more than Tio need Boots. Like, what is we talking about? Tio was unified at 35, fought Loma, beat champion Comey. Like, and that's just 35. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Stop the nonsense. Moose, what up?
Moose, are you
Hello,
there?
hello. Yeah, can you hear me on this Bluetooth?
Ooh,
You sound like shit.
You sound like you in the toilet, inside the bowl.
Okay, I just turned the Bluetooth off. Can you hear me now?
Nah, it ain't disconnect. But don't worry. In the meantime, I got the pull out bandit $5 super chat during the EJ announcement on what the hell is this? Oh, $1 million worth of game when Gilly featured Boots and Bud said to disrespect him, he'd get the fight. There you go. I knew Bud said it. Bud fans trying to act like he ain't say it. You there, Moose? I'm gonna come back to you, all right, champ? Or you there? Cause you sound like.
I'll come back to you.
All right.
High and Low Sports Centrum, the boxing boys, the Coliseum of boxing.
Huang, Houston. You made it back from Kazakhstan, all right? Oh, no, it was Uzbekistan. You on mute?
Pretty sure it was Kazakhstan.
Pretty sure it was Uzbekistan.
I guess Gennady Uzbek now. But in the meantime, make sure to hit the like. Make sure you are subscribing, got the notification bell turned on. Lots of fight week content on the page. Make sure to check that out when you get the chance.
I watched the Keyshawn interview talking about the
I hear y'all.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, yeah, make it sure, because when I hear y'all, I know I'm on. Man, shout out TBV. Back in the stateside. But hey, man, aquí está, si lo quieres. Sí. But man, that Tio Crawford, man, I take it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be real honest. Like, I don't even know what's gonna happen tonight because, you know, man, Tio is a freaking weirdo, bro. Like, some of the stuff he be saying is like, bro, man, you ain't, man, I got some CTE going on there, right? I don't know, man. Maybe he's just a natural weirdo. But the way he acting is the same way he was acting at the last press conference. And so that scared me because it's like, he's real calm, he's chilling, he in a good mood. That shows me he might be in the right headspace, man. And that scared me for Jermaine. Because I would like Jermaine to win, but I just don't think he's gonna win. But with all that said, I don't see why people complain about him fighting Bud. I'll take a Bud fight with him because Tio be surprising us all the time. I didn't think he's gonna beat Josh Taylor. I'll be honest. But yeah, man, I'm tired. But yeah, that's all I got on that one, man. How y'all brothers feeling, man?
Ready for the fight. Tonight's the fight, bro. It's crazy to have a big fight on a Thursday. I love it, man. I wish more people start going out. Danny, today you got to find out what's the truth, okay? Tio is saying he was 400 away from 12,000 tickets, and then there's, what is it? Jedi Goodman is reporting that there's like only 5,000 tickets sold, and they curtained it off. Leonard Ellaby is saying the same. I'll get it in the pre-pro now. Juan, you done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Appreciate
that
y'all.
was my understanding
like
also.
Leonard Ellaby, like, yo, there's curtains. My boy was able to get tickets for $53. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, no, the top is curtained off. So when Tio said that lost me. You feel me? But I'm on the ticket website now. Let's see what they got.
That's crazy. Why would you lie?
Cap is cap, champ.
Bruh, come on, bruh.
Let's see what they got on this map. Uno segundo, yeah. So I mean, there is plenty of tickets still available. The top is closed off like it's always been. Couple hundred tickets still available. So
Here goes Tio.
low.
I got the audio and video of Tio saying that, it's a couple hundred away.
And I mean, I don't even want to go that far, but yeah,
What's up?
I don't know.
Call him the stutter man. What up?
Nah,
All right, so don't say
look,
it, man. Don't say it. Let me get to the
all right,
audio.
cool. Yeah.
Dude, however, there's a bit difference, There's a bigger stage at front. We're about a couple hundred seats away from selling out this whole arena. It's 12,000 people in attendance on a Thursday night.
Yes, sir.
So it's like, who's really doing what? And these are actually paid people. These are people that are actually buying these tickets, not being sold and not being sold for $10 or for free.
What do you feel like Ortiz's best attribute is? What is the best?
Shout out to
pause that.
ES News with the clippy clip. It was Scrum.
Shout out my boy Tyler. So
You heard Lonnie B in the
was,
back. Lonnie B signed a Teofimo Promotion. You heard Lonnie B in the back talking about, yes, sir. When he said 12,000
Yeah,
tickets.
I heard him. Yeah, I heard him.
Yo, I know people's voices. That was my man Lonnie B, Lionel Thompson and shit.
So 724 tickets were given away to veterans alone for this fight.
At a discounted price. Discounted price.
I mean,
No?
you pay a tax.
Yeah, discounted price.
So, $3 a ticket, sure.
So you calling Cap on not reduced tickets because he said not reduced tickets. He said, yo, this 12,000.
I mean, at the end of the day, the 724 tickets was tickets that was starting at 50 something dollars that was given out, and we're just paying a processing fee for the third party employees. Like, you feel me? Like, I know for a fact that they have given a fuck ton of tickets to NFL players. Brady Quinn will be there tonight. I mean, I forgot. It wasn't like no huge names, but
I mean, you can't call your sources and find out like how many comps. I mean, is it anywhere closer to 12, or you calling Cap on the number 12 in general?
no, I mean it's
Like,
gonna
could
be
it be 12
thousands away.
even? Yeah, but could it even
Bro,
be 12 with like comps? Is all I'm saying, or nowhere near the 12.
It's not even gonna be 10. It's gonna be in the 4 digits, and it's probably gonna be closer to like 7 or 8.
Why would he lie?
Like, it's lower bowl only. Like, I don't understand. Like, there is tickets, not resale. There is tickets, face value price right now that I can go get. Like, their cheapest ticket that they came out for this fight was $54. I can go right now, pay $54 for a ticket right now. The top ain't even open, bro. Like,
Huh. Damn, I don't know why he would lie like that. But yeah, that's a question you should ask. You should put it on camera.
or $40. I lied. $40. The ticket started at 40, and I can go right now and pay 40 for a ticket. They have face value tickets right now.
We got
And I lied. I guess I was given incorrect information. There's plenty of floor seats still available, face value also. I guess they ran out of floor comps. Maybe they ran out of the floor comps, but for purchase, plenty of floor seats still available. If you got like a family of 12, you can go buy like 12 seats in a row on the floor if you'd like.
all right. We got Big Gucci Nick. What up?
What up, man? Everybody smash that like and subscribe, man. It's the best podcast on the planet, pound for pound, baby. Yo, I don't know how I feel about Tio, man. I got mixed feelings about him, man. Like, I love the fact that you got a young, hungry lion calling out the killers up there, man. Terence Crawford. I think he got a chance, man. Look, I wasn't a believer of him before, but he got that skill, man. When he's under pressure, man, he perform under pressure. Um, but yeah, man, look, that's granted if he gets past Jermaine, because I'll be honest with you, I got this fight 50-50, and I might put some shit down on Jermaine, because honestly, I think he beat Lomachenko. Um, he beat him kind of in the same fashion Tio did, except Tio, etched it out a little bit and got that decision, man. But Jermaine, I think he performed against Lomachenko, man. And you was right, man. You just got me so hyped today, man. A fight on a Thursday, especially a big fight on a Thursday. That's a great feeling, man. More networks should start doing that, man. Like even Friday nights. Somebody want to do a Friday night fight, man. Hell yeah, I'm gonna tune in. So I'm super stoked for this fight, man. I can't give you my pick for this fight. Like I said, I got a 50-50, but this gonna be a banger. Like this gonna be a banger all day. And if Jermaine wins, he's gonna be the new lineal champ, right? Ness?
Yeah, and the WBO champ.
And the WBO champ. That's crazy, man. That would be interesting, man. That'd be twisting up the landscape a little bit for the 140-pound division, man. Another dark horse. Shout out. Nobody is really paying attention to him, but I think personally he's the best fighter in the 140-pound division. Richardson Hitchens, man. Y'all gotta stop sleeping on him. Once he gets that opportunity, it's over, man. He's grabbing all them straps. All them straps. There's some killers at 140, man. I don't blame Devin Haney for trying to move up. I think Tio trying to move up to duck that smoke against Hitchens too, man. But that's my call, man. That's my call.
I didn't know if he laughed at the end because he didn't believe his own bull. Shh. Moose trying you again. You ready yet or no?
Yo,
What's up?
no, my YouTube on my end keep like like the loading shit. I'm just making sure we Gucci.
Nah, we good over here, player. You got that Vegas internet. Moose, you good? Moose.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes,
Can you hear
sir.
me? About to go pick my pops up, and we're gonna clean some vehicles today. I'm about to stop and give me some hard thing before I take off and get them. You know what I'm saying? I got to be high when I'm cleaning these cars, man. But yeah, Terence Crawford. Has Terence Crawford said anything about Teofimo?
Just fucked Teofimo yesterday.
Okay. Now, in my opinion, I said before, Terence Crawford, he got that question mark following his career. He is great, but there always seems to be some kind of special circumstance that kind of takes away from his performances. But I will say that I would think that Terence Crawford needs a pride and a prize fight. So he needs a fight that where he's doubted in. And he also needs that fight to be lucrative because it is later in his career. So if the fight with Tio is not really a big fight like that, and it's not a threat in his eyes, I don't think he's really going to entertain it.
But the fight with Tio is big. Like outside of the Canelo fight, what's a bigger fight than Tio and Crawford? For Crawford.
You got me there. I agree with that. And yeah, man. I just think that
people saying Zoo, but I want to see what the report on Zoo Thurman numbers gonna be, right? Because we think Zoo is this guy, and I heard one caller say, oh, Zoo would be almost the money of Earl. I want to see that because we're talking about $20 million. That don't make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, once again, the Teofimo and Terence Crawford, it will be a big fight. But the thing that's missing to me is the doubt. Terence Crawford has to feel like there's a certain level of you know, I could lose this fight, or you know, I don't think he'll necessarily go up and mess with somebody like David Benavidez, who's been up there. You know, he that's his natural weight. But somebody like Canelo, who's moved up, who has a big name, who could possibly who would have a lot of people actually who would have a lot of people behind him to beat Terence Crawford. That's something Terence Crawford can get with, in my opinion. Teofimo is just not big enough of a threat for Terence Crawford to, in my opinion, to have a serious training camp to where he like, I gotta win. So, you know, that's about all I got to say on that topic. And I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and go about my business. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right. We got Matador. What up? James Benitez.
Yo, Ness, Danny, how y'all doing today, man?
All good.
Good. All right, man. Look, man, Tio ain't trying to fight no Bud Crawford or avoid no Devin Haney, man. You know, he ain't running away from no smoke at 140, man. Teofimo's still arguably the best fighter at 140. You can run through the 140 roster, you can't really think of too many names that could beat him besides maybe a Devin Haney. And it's not a duck when you move up to fight a better fight. I would like to see Terence Crawford shut him the fuck up. You know, I mean, you're right. It is the second biggest fight for Bud. You know, Boots ain't a big fight. You can't think of any other names. The Errol rematch is not a big fight. So Teofimo, I mean, is a formidable opponent. You know, I mean, he's agile. He beat the two divisions that he already been at so far. He beat the best name there, one of the best names there in each division. So arguably, you got to give Tio credit, man. He'll be a respected opponent, probably in most people's eyes, probably one of the better opponents on Bud's resume going forward. Just that simple. With that being said, yeah, Tio might have been capping about the tickets and shit like that, but at the end of the day, he's still showing that he is the biggest star currently on Top Rank, man, doing more than dang on Shakur. So, you know, 8,000, 9,000, 7,000.
But he's not though.
Yeah, he is. Numbers don't lie, bro. Numbers don't lie. It's just
Bro,
that simple.
hold on. All right, so we still have to wait. Listen, just listen to me. We're gonna give you the time.
Okay,
we still gotta wait for today's numbers to come out, right? But let's be clear. Today's fight is the first time in his career he has ever headlined a venue more than 5K. He's never even fought in a venue or headlined a venue more than 5K, right? So when Shakur, granted, it's his home, but he doing 10,000 in Newark and you doing 4,000 in New York City. I mean, it's not the same. This is the first time in his career where he'll have the opportunity to sell more than 5,000 tickets.
But here's the thing though, man. This is that Top Rank's new model for Thursday night fights, man. So he's showing that if he can get people to come out on a Thursday night, especially doing more than Shakur, I mean, with multiple events competing against him, he built his name on show that he's a star.
Man,
Shakur, at the time,
fuck
doing the
events,
shit,
bro. F1 ain't as big as football.
F1 ain't as big as football, so you still got 8,000 people coming out to watch your shit on Super Bowl weekend. That means a whole lot more than F1 weekend. It's just that simple,
Bro,
man.
I mean, to be clear, Shakur's fight had events to compete with. The fight tonight.
Not the Super Bowl.
Not the same
but
level.
Ness, the Super Bowl isn't today, though. The Super Bowl
and
isn't
neither
today.
was F1. Shakur fought on Friday.
No, actually, it started that Thursday night at the same time of the main event. People were leaving to make it to the track on time.
Anyways, I like my narrative better.
He got us there. I don't know. I ain't about to fact check him there. You know what I'm saying? If that's what Danny said, that's what Danny said.
I watch F1, bro. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm saying today, the only thing they have to compete with, if you even want to take it that far, would be the Super Bowl experience, which is an all-week event, that's taking place at the same hotel he's even fighting at. So I don't look at him like competing with shit.
I got Bernie, the boxer, aka Coach Bernie. What's going on, Coach? You know what we talking about. I know you was tuning in. Don't act like you don't know what we talking about. You wasn't tuning in, Coach?
What's good, Ness?
You wasn't tuning in? You was busy?
Yeah, how I get on?
No, you on already. I'm asking you, was you
No,
tuning
I
in like...
wasn't watching. I'm just.
Oh, why? So you know we talking that
Oh no, nuh-uh.
We talking the Tio Crawford thing, man, and the fact that Tio wants to fight Crawford, man. I don't know. I'm sure you ain't see the
Oh
interview
no,
with
that's just
Earl Hawani.
hogwash.
You said hogwash.
Yeah.
Come on, Coach. I watched your lives, man. You and Crawford value the Ring Magazine belt. My boy got 2 of those. Teofimo Lopez got 2.
Okay.
He said, "My boy."
And we got 3.
Yeah, that's why he wants to fight because Crawford is greatness. He wants to prove his greatness. He got 2 though. He got an angle, right? He beat Loma, the number 1 for his. He beat Teller, the number 1 for his. So right now his angle is like, I beat number 1s.
Okay. Well, first of all, we know that Bob Arum is not gonna do business with Bud. That's just the hugest fact right there.
Okay, so this is all cap then.
Super cap.
Damn.
When you know that again, like I say, Bob is not gonna do business with Bud. And yeah, that's just bottom line.
Now, Bernie,
Teofimo stuck with
I'm
Top
in
Rank. He
Vegas.
can't go nowhere. He's indebted to them like a slave for probably the rest of his career.
Shit.
So, yeah.
I did mention, Bernie, I know you can't see me, but I did mention I was at the weigh-in yesterday. Obviously, Keyshawn co-main event tonight. And, I seen Bud walk in. He spoke to me, spoke to a lot of people, spoke to Derek Carmen, who was sitting next to Bob. I might have missed it. I could have missed it, right? But I ain't see him speak to Bob.
Who didn't? You said
Bud?
Crawford didn't speak to Bob?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But Bernie, does he speak
So,
to Todd DeBuff
yeah.
though? Does he speak to Todd DeBuff though?
From what I've been from really, they ain't fucking with us. That's why they cut Steven. That's why they dropped Steven. Cause they not fucking with us. So anybody that's associated with us, they not fucking with us. Or that was in that era round or whatever, Top Rank not fucking with us. So they really didn't even want us to train Keyshawn. They wanted Keyshawn to switch with somebody else.
Damn. You brought him up and we talking Tio. Tio also told Keyshawn, don't bite the bullet. Don't call me out after your post fight. Is Top Rank trying to offer Keyshawn a title shot at 140? What you think that's about?
Oh, I couldn't tell you what Tio was talking about. I don't know. Keyshawn is squarely a 135-pounder. Tio clearly can't make 135. And so Keyshawn he's what? 10-0, 10-1, 10-0. One whatever no cons they changed it, but okay, so we're not looking at, of course Keyshawn wouldn't mind, he don't turn down no fades. But is that a realistic? No. Tio don't have nothing to gain by fighting Keyshawn. And Keyshawn is on his trajectory trying to be a world champion in his first division. So, I mean, I don't even understand why. I'm so sick of people quoting Carl Froch. Who cares? People quoting Tio. Who cares? I mean, it's just remind me of The View. It's
But
like some women shit.
why
Niggas
do
just
you why do you feel like we shouldn't care about Tio? He a two-time lineal champ. He doing big things in the sport. He
No,
only
I'm not. I'm not.
26.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't care about him fighting, but
No, no,
what he
no. I'm
has
talking
to
about what
say
he got to
means
say. What he got to say because
it because it means okay. Like I said, because it has no substance. Now, if him and Bud was still at top rank, and he was looking to move up, that'll make sense. Then you could say that could be happening. But you know the way things is going, ain't nobody. They not cross promotion. They not doing this. They not. So in any way, top rank will not let Tio fight Bud. They won't let him do that.
mm,
That's a fact. They won't let him do that. Now, I was talking with Bud, and like I say, he told me that the Sheiks called him, or they call him directly, and nobody's mentioning. They never mentioned Tio. They never mentioned Boots. So the people with the money want to see him fight somebody else other than those two guys. Now, I'm sure if they
Who was
come with the
somebody
money,
else?
then things can happen. Money talks and bullshit walks. You know, these guys are Tio's a recognized champion. He's a this and that. Bud is a this everything and whatever. So when the money talks, Boots they putting all this behind Boots and whatever. Okay, so when you go there, then we just talking about the money now. Crawford didn't earn his time. We talking about the money. Let's talk about the money. Then they said about like I say, Tio. Okay, boxing is not that big no more, as we know that. It's big, but it's not that big. They put it down way at the bottom. So Tio doing the little whatever he did. I was there when he fought Sandor Martin. Like I say, it was a decent crowd, but fans want to see matchups that, like I say, they draw. That two people, they think these two people gonna go. One person on its own, if it's is he's not gonna do unless it's Canelo and anyway over in Japan. That's it. Anyway ain't gonna sell no fucking stadium out fighting anybody here. Nobody, just a anybody. He not gonna sell like that. I mean, but this ain't been. This has been since even Sweepy, even Mayweather's when he was tops, like when he fought at Sosa for the when he defended the title against Sosa in San Francisco. Man, come on. You know what I'm saying? So boxing, you need a dance partner to draw them numbers and do what you're doing. Other than that, you gonna get the thousand, the whatever, the 5,000, 6,000, whatever you get. That's what you're gonna get.
champ.
Now,
Just
Bernie, to
go
be
ahead.
clear, real quick, Ness, to be clear, you won't be at the fight tonight. It seems like you in Nebraska, right?
Oh, I will be in my living room watching.
Okay, okay. Just making sure. Just making
And,
sure.
and 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 to be clear, you can see this. Are you driving?
I'm driving.
I need you to glance
I'm
at
finna
your
go get my
phone.
car washed.
I need you to glance at your phone real quick.
Carefully, carefully.
Is this the man that you're saying called Terrence? Just to be clear, because there's a lot of princes and sheiks out there, but
Listen, I
this is
don't
the. I mean, just
listen.
take a look at it. Just
Listen.
take a look at it. Maybe you
Listen.
familiar.
Okay, 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 okay. I'm looking at what you're saying, but listen. I don't know what the man looked like. All I know when I was with Bud in the gym the other day, he told me that they called him directly. That's just what he told me. He didn't say
Mm,
I couldn't tell nobody. He didn't say no. He told me that they called me directly. That's what he told me. He
let's
said they called me directly. They don't call nobody else.
let's
They
fucking
called me
go.
directly. So they didn't mention. They didn't
So what they
say.
want?
They
What they
didn't mention
want?
Boots.
All right, what they want? What did
I
they
don't know.
mention? Come on, you know that. I see your smile. You showed me the tooth.
Uh, they want Canelo.
For May or September?
Next.
Is he in
I don't
camp?
know. Now see, I
Is
don't
Bud
ask
in
all that.
camp?
I don't.
Is Bud in camp? It,
Bud in the gym. Yeah, he training.
nah, but is he in camp
He
though?
itching to fight.
Is he in camp though?
No, he's not in training camp, bro. Why?
Oh,
Why would you start a camp if you don't have a fight lined up?
oh, because
They're working on the fights. They're trying to get something together. He's not in camp. He
no, that's
comes to
why.
the gym. He trains. He works out. That's what he does. He's a
Nah, and
gym rat. That's what he do.
that's why I'm asking you to be specific because if you do say yeah he in camp, then we know there's a fight announcement coming. You know, it's all wordplay trying to get the
Nah.
right answers.
Yeah. No.
All right, all right.
Nope.
So a friend of mine told me that I'm gonna be shocked by Crawford's next fight. Do you feel that way? Like you will be shocked by his next opponent, or you are expecting Canelo to be next?
Actually, I don't know, Ness. I couldn't. I swear, I couldn't tell you that. I couldn't necessarily tell you. I don't know all those things. I don't know, and I don't ask all them questions. I don't know.
So he fight like once a year. So are we being too, I guess, optimistic by assuming he gonna get a fight in between a Canelo fight?
Uh, I don't know.
Uh,
I don't know. I
would
don't
you
have the
prefer to
percentage.
see him
I don't.
get a fight before Canelo?
Are you moving? I definitely want to see Canelo.
No,
Definitely
no,
want
no,
to see him
no.
fight Canelo. Are you in that truck? Are you in the truck? I'm on the phone, sir. I'm sorry. Are you in the truck? Right here, this orange truck? Okay. I just got coil springs.
So
Yeah.
Bernie, a simple question for your own liking. Would you prefer him to have a fight before the Canelo fight, or do you want that to be next, no matter when it is?
I'd like to see him fight because I think Canelo got other business. So I feel like I would like to be active. I would want to, you know, and myself, I would want to. I wouldn't stay busy fight would be good. What would you call it, like a victory lap type of fight? You know what I'm saying?
Back home?
Coming off this big win and just to see some, just see him get some work in. See him.
Bernie,
Damn. What? Yeah.
Bernie,
When you
could we
say
see him
victory
go
lap,
back?
I'm sorry, go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, no, I mean when you say victory lap, could we see him go back to Nebraska and could we see? We just saw the women do 90,000 in the football stadium for volleyball. Could we see a Bud fight at the football stadium? We seen them fight at the arena, basketball arena. Could we see them fight it back home at the football stadium? That's what I want.
I mean, yeah, but um, still, I mean, you got to have a massive opponent for that. You got to have to fill that stadium up. This is a European town, if you will. Volleyball is a European sport, if you will. So they're going to come up with Nebraska. They're very avid fans, whether there's football or whatever it is. So, I mean, I would expect that. But we are from a different community. And as big as we are, you know, still would take, in my opinion, somebody
I got
big.
you.
But I think it's a good. I mean, I would like to see the stadium fight. I don't, but those are logistics things that what I'm saying, I couldn't really
Nah,
tell
for
you.
sure, for sure.
Uh, your opinion, not Canelo. Who else is Crawford's biggest fight? Name not Canelo. Money fight,
Right
big
now,
fight, whatever you want to call it.
I mean, obviously, Boots is number one contender for the welterweight championship, but mm, that's a fight that I think the fans will want to see. Everybody want to see. I think they got a lot of excitement around him, but um, that would be it. Far as hype, far as
Wow,
you know.
really? You think Boots brings more than Tio, who's Latin? He been on
I'm saying
ESPN.
I
Boots
know,
been
but
on
I
pay-per-view
understand what.
undercards.
Okay,
But he
okay,
already said
okay,
he don't
okay,
think that's realistic because
okay.
of the promotion.
No, I get that. It's still the answer is still the answer. Whether it's realistic to that Bob won't let it happen, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, is I,
So I'm saying based on this, I'm saying, well, Boots is taller. He had a reach. He got speed. He got power. T.O. He's a shorter fighter. He's a smaller fighter. He do got some speed, but it's not blazing speed. Um, so as far as name value, I mean, T.O. is a two-time champion. He have been in there with Lomachenko, he had been in there against this guy, but I'm saying the people want to rather see him with Boots because of those things, a boot that Boots brings. He's a switch fighter. He's young. He's up and coming. He's hungry. He's in the division. That's the people that what they want to see, not Tio. Like say again, Tio has a name, but in my opinion, like I'm saying, Tio, even though to his credit, you know, I can't take nothing away from Tio. I can't take nothing away from Tio, but he just talking out of his ass. Tio is not a Tio is a pussy when you catch him in up close. So I don't. So I'm just. So Tio, I don't want to hear shit about Tio because Tio just talking out of his ass. And every when I approached him, he apologized. Got on Twitter, apologized. He just apologized to Keyshawn. When Bud checked him, he apologized like a little bitch. So he don't stand on nothing.
Yeah, but
So
maybe
I'm,
he
you
don't
know what I'm
want no.
saying?
Maybe he just don't want to fight outside the ring. Do that make you a pussy inside the ring? Can you still be a
Do you
competitor
think?
in the ring?
Okay, listen. I'm not saying. I'm not. Listen again. I wouldn't. I don't think Tio has a chance in hell to beat Bud Crawford at all. Right? I don't see that. Like I'm saying, he did get up for Josh Taylor. Let's think about these things. Now, Josh Taylor, he didn't look good against Sandor Martin because Sandor Martin is a good fighter and they underrate Sandor Martin. So he not gonna get. They're gonna give him credit. They're not gonna give. They're gonna look at Tio and not Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin is a good fighter. Nobody's screaming to fight Sandor Martin because he's got a good. He's a good fighter, but he doesn't bring nothing far as market value or if you beat him, you're not gonna get no reputation off of that. So again, then you had Josh Taylor coming off that terrible. I didn't see the fight against Catterall, but after that, he sat on the shelf for a little while. So Tio, you know what I'm saying? Moved up out of division and fought this guy, and it was a highly motivated fight for Tio. I understand that. It was highly motivated for Tio, and he showed up and showed out. Can't say nothing about that. But now,
But
when we
it's
talking
also
about
Bernie.
Bud,
You got to factor in also that he beat the guy that people were saying was gonna fight Bud. Josh Taylor had pictures next to Bud, sizing Bud up. I want to move up to fight Bud. There was all types of headlines. It's not like that existed. Josh Taylor, the rumors was he was gonna
okay.
try to
But
fight
listen,
Bud.
okay. I
So
understand
you
that.
saying
Okay,
so
now
you
listen.
saying that the rumors were Josh was gonna move up in weight and instead stayed at the weight of 140 pounds for however many years.
Yeah, because he didn't expect to have that fight with Catterall. That ruined his career. It slowed everything down because he wanted to right his wrong, so he started losing his belts just to right the wrong. We all know Jack Catterall would, if he would have just walked away from the excuse me, we all know Josh Taylor would not be in this position. If he would have just walked away from the Catterall win as a controversial win, like many do. Abner Mars never went back to Johnny Gonzalez. Plenty of people never gave a rematch.
that wasn't controversial. That wasn't controversial.
I mean, he didn't get the win.
Johnny Gonzalez knocked him out in the first round.
No. I'm talking
That
about
wasn't
Jack
controversial.
Catterall. I'm talking about Catterall and Teller was controversial, and I'm saying Abner Mars walked away
So
from a rematch.
you can't compare Johnny Gonzalez knockout win, who was a world champion and a travel fighter, to knock out Abner Morris in the first round. It was no dispute. It
Well,
was
I'm
no
not. I'm not comparing.
controversy.
I'm not comparing the performances. I'm comparing the situation that Abner, as a champion, walked away.
Mhm.
He could have got his rematch, but he walked away. So Josh Teller, all I'm saying is he should have walked away, and maybe his career would have been different. Because remember, after that, he wanted that fight so bad, Coach. He started getting stripped and allowing it. Like, fuck it, they taking his belt. Fuck it, I want this rematch. And eventually, still with one belt. He had all of them. But because he was so focused on his rematch, they kept getting canceled. Remember, they scheduled it, it got canceled. I still want it. He got stripped. He should have just walked away. Should have just walked away. He
Well, they
wasted
were gonna strip
time.
him anyway.
He
I don't
wasted
know who he
mad
was gonna
time.
fight, and he wasn't. He definitely. And again, like I'm saying, this guy was with Top Rank. So when you're in an organization like everybody is, of course they're gonna be mentioned among. They can make the fight because it's an in-house fight. Josh Taylor was a big 140 pounder, and saying that, of course, I mean, it would have, if he wanted that work, we would have went over there because it would have been a massive fight over in the state, over in England or whatever we would have did, whatever it was. So that's why we took the fight. But far as competitiveness, Bud was gonna kill that guy. But he was in the stable, and he was a undisputed champion, and he was a big guy for the division. So of course it could swirl around that they might fight, but it was never nothing real,
And,
nothing,
and all I'm
not to
saying
my
is,
knowledge.
the little guy beat the guy that was allegedly big enough to move up and fight Bud. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, listen, okay. And at the same time, he did do that, right? But Tio, we all knew, was having trouble making 35. So, like I'm saying, Josh Taylor is a big 140. So, I mean, again, Josh Taylor having trouble making 140. I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying. I mean, he was only mentioned with Bud because he was a bigger guy. He was a big guy for that division, and he could be fighting at 147. That was it, and he was an undisputed champion. That's the only reason. That's it. And he with top rank.
I hear you, coach,
It was not a competitive fight.
but we had people today call in saying that, like, yo, did you see the weigh-in? Tio looking big already. He looking like he already can't be at 140. Just saying, he might not be as small as people think.
Okay, okay, okay. Well,
But let
listen
me
this.
go ahead.
I'm just saying. Okay, he looking big. So I don't know. I mean, if he's serious about that, I mean, then tell him to make the right moves. Tell him to get the money and tell him to let Bob do what he gonna do. It's all on him. We know we a free agent. We do what we want to do. If he wanted that bad, then make it happen. Tell him to make it happen.
I mean, coach,
That's all you can
I
do is
said
tell
he
him
the
to show and prove.
WBO champ, but WBO champ. All he gotta do is call Paco. Paco in town. I seen him yesterday. He ain't far. All he gotta do is call
All
Paco.
right.
Tell him, yo,
All right.
Paco.
Well, okay.
I want to
If it's
enforce
that
my
easy, let
status as
if
a world champion
mm, if it's that
and
easy,
fight
then tell
Bud
him do
in
it.
the division above. You know.
I like
If
this
if
version
that
of
if it's
I like this version of
if
Bernie.
if
You
it's
nice and calm today.
if it's that easy, then tell him to do it.
Coach, let me show
Simple
you
as that.
something. Let me show you something that may be easier, even though you said what you said already. Maybe this changes your mind. Shout out to Fight Hub and Marcos Viegas.
Of course, on order mine, and of course, I would love to fight Teofimo at 140 or whatever weight he want to fight at his short ass. But we can definitely make the fight happen eventually for sure.
So you think he just mean in the future, or you think because he said his short ass, he ready to jump on his ass?
Definitely in the future. Like you
Okay.
said, after I beat Pedraza, I want to fight Navarrete, who's supposed to be fighting for the vacant WBO lightweight championship.
Oh, you think you
So
guys could get that
again,
fight?
with
With Navarrete?
uh I think we could, but I'm thinking they gonna position Shakur for the championship.
I mean, Navarrete has
That's what
made it
I'm thinking. I
clear.
mean,
He's made it clear in the Spanish media that he ain't fighting Shakur because of his style. Now, that don't mean that they won't offer him more money to fight Shakur.
true. So maybe Keyshawn get the fight because Keyshawn is a defensive fighter, but he's really an offensive fighter at the same time. So Navarrete feel like he might have a better chance, being that the kid is a young fighter, uh, not that much experience, and again he's an action fighter, so he had more chances to land on this guy. So yeah, but I would, like I say, those are two valuable things. I would say that Shakur is the golden child. He wants to be, like I said, so it could go either way, but I doubt that they would, you know, Shakur and Keyshawn not gonna fight. So it's just like either they gonna slight Shakur so he can't be undisputed, or they just gonna let him fight maybe Lomachenko if he get past Kambosos, so he can get a big win, a big name under his, and then unify the title. And you know what I'm saying? I really couldn't tell you. I don't know, but I think Shakur is a 35 pounder. I don't see him moving up to 140. I see, you know what I'm saying? It's really getting down to the wire for him and Tank for real. Especially if he get two portions. If he happens to get the Lomachenko fight and he's got two portions of the title, then Tank got the WBA title. I mean, they the both superstars in the division. It only makes sense, but Tank them ain't trying to do that. They already said that. They ain't trying to go to 40 and fight Tio or nobody because he not a 40 pounder. Now, this is what his coach said. And then they ain't trying to fight Shakur because they don't have a chance to knock him out. So now this is what the coach said, the man that been with him like his father said. These are the two statements that he said. So I was watching I went and watched the Shakur fight the other night, and I was thinking, I listen to all these people on the internet, and that man never ran nowhere.
Oh yeah, ain't you
That man
offering
was
$1,000? I swear to God, somebody said Bernie
anybody
offering $1,000
can
if they
show
could
me the
prove the
run.
Shakur running.
Like I said, yeah, I seen him. I watched the fight because now again, when I watched the fight the first time, of course I'm looking at his previous performances and I'm looking at to see what we gonna do and everything like. But the kid hurt his hand, which was known before that. Bud told me before they even got in the ring that Manny hurt his hand. He told me Manny hurt his hand. I heard the concern in his voice, but I didn't really take it as to nothing until when I watched it and I seen okay, he's not throwing the left hand, which is his bread and butter punch, by the way. This is his bread and butter punch that he drops on the guy. So he's not using that. So he beats this guy. So I watched this fight just to see they talking all this running. He was no running. He was sidestepping that man, walking him down at times. I actually seen him feint De Los Santos, and De Los Santos was like flinched like a bitch. Now we can watch the fight. Now I'll show you it right then. He flinched like a bitch. Shakur feigned at him. He flinched like a bitch. So I with one hand. When he did have to throw the left hand, he threw it. He threw the hook when he had to. Um, he wasn't holding the man. Um, so it was just, people just hate Shakur, and you ain't gonna look good in all your fights. Like I say, things happen. Actually,
Yeah,
I got on the
I'm
phone
not
with him
gonna run
after
with the
that.
people hate Shakur though, Bernie, because before this fight, you know, bruh, they were mad at Devin. Remember? I mean, they were mad that Devin
Okay,
offered
but
him
this one.
25%. So like before
Listen,
this fight, Shakur was
listen,
everybody's darling.
listen, listen. So, so if you love him, then you got okay. So if he everybody's darling, again, that's what I'm saying. If he's everybody's darling, he hurt his hand. They still discounting the fact that the man hurt his hand. Fighters have injuries all the time. He won the fight. He hurt his hand. That's what he never. He's not throwing his bread and butter punch, only out of instinct. So they're still not. So if this is your people, you rock with them. Again, I mean, come on now.
But you know there was
He
never
didn't throw the.
there was never an official report of a hand injury. There was also never a tweet that he tweeted a lot of stuff. He tweeted that he had his stomach pains and he showed his DMs with his girlfriend about that. So he never tweeted he had a hand injury, except for once.
I know.
But he never showed
And Mark
he
Kriegel,
never
but
showed
wait, but listen. But Mark Kriegel, who's
Bernie.
the
So
journalist,
Bernie,
said that after the fact.
that was
Mark
Danny in the
Kriegel
room.
said after the fact. Mark Kriegel said, "What's up, man?" You got it. Mark Kriegel said after the fact that he knew that Shakur hand was hurt because he went to training camp with him. But he wasn't gonna reveal that up leading up to the fight. Say, oh, I was in Shakur's training camp and he hurt his hand. So going into the fight, his hand is hurt. He didn't say that. Shakur didn't make too many excuses about it. He did what he had to do. I talked to him on the phone. I got off the phone after I watched the fight. I called him and I talked to him and he told me, Bernie, I had like 7 injuries going into this fight. I had like 7 injuries going into this fight. I wanted to make sure that I had an obligation to top rank, and I wanted to get that out the way. And I did what I did. And this it is what it is. And and now listen, now even after all that, he still handily beat this guy with one hand. Handily. Never ran,
It looked good to
stood his
you?
ground, walked him down at times, had him flinching like a bitch from feints, and he's still getting.
Did it look good to you?
No, yes. When I watch, listen, okay. When I watch the fight for the first time, I'm expecting more. I'm not thinking about his hand. It didn't register to me about his hand until I'm noticed he's not using his left hand, and that's his bread and butter punch. He's not really a right hooker. He's not really a hooker to the body. He uses left hand. He sets up everything off the left hand. He loops it. He rounds. He throws it straight. He's a left. That's what he does. He uses left hand and his jab, and he uses controls distance and range very well. So when I watched the fight, I rewatched the whole fight, and I said, "Well, damn, I want to wait on him when he running." He actually got more aggressive as the fight went. So, it was impressive in that aspect.
So you don't recall him turning his back?
Maybe when he ducked away, he might have. No, I seen De Los Santos do that.
I mean,
I mean,
De Los Santos did a spin to uh antagonize
okay,
Shakur because of his extra movement that you
okay, well,
didn't see.
okay. Now listen, his extra movement. All right, well, just pull the fight up. Let's watch the fight. Let's watch the fight. Pull the fight up.
Let me ask you a question. Because this is the thing. Before this fight, like I said, he didn't get that criticism, but there was a narrative that he didn't like power punches, and this was there was breadcrumbs, right? Like in the Joet Gonzalez fight and the Nakatilia fight, and ultimately it showed even more in this fight. But you know, you know those three performances. Out of those three performances, he moved, but out of those three, this one he moved the most. Because you know with
Like I
Jamel
say,
Herring,
I see.
he stood and fought with
I,
Jamel. He stood right there in the pocket. With Shoshino, he stood right there in the
oh,
pocket.
okay. So
And
you gonna fight
Bernie
everybody the same?
and
You don't fight
I'm not
everybody.
gonna
You don't
speak. No, I was just gonna
you
say
don't fight everybody the
I'm not
same.
gonna say exactly what it was, but truth be told, he was hurt going into the Herring fight too.
Okay.
But I
So
wanted to
so
ask you, and I've been wanting to ask you. So the way you've been talking, you clearly don't take the retirement serious because Keyshawn, I'm here in Vegas. I spoke to him this week. He says he spoke to Shakur, and Keyshawn says he takes Shakur's retirement serious.
Yeah, I see the interview, your interview where Krishan said Shakur only coming back for big fights.
well, I got off the phone with the kid and he just told me he was trolling. That's all. He was like, Bernie, I
Oh,
was just trolling. I wasn't mad or nothing. I was just trolling on the internet. That's what he told me out his own mouth.
about the retiring?
Yes, he was just
Damn,
trolling. I told him,
damn.
I said, Champ, I see you. You could be frustrated or this and that. He was like, Bernie, I wasn't even frustrated. I was just trolling.
Mm, okay. Well, I guess that's it. You the man, champ. Let them know what time you do your own streams. You know I'll be locked in.
I go Tuesday, Thursday. What's today? I'm gonna go. This is Thursday, so I'm gonna go Sunday. I'm
Today,
gonna recap what
Thursday.
happened tonight. I'm gonna go. I know. I'm gonna recap what's happening on tonight. I'm gonna recap that on Sunday.
Who you picking?
I'm picking. Keyshawn to look good tonight, and I'm picking Tio to beat Jermaine Ortiz. Jermaine Ortiz he's a good fighter to give you a good fight, but Jermaine Ortiz don't have it to go to that next level.
And does Keyshawn get the stoppage like he claims he will?
I don't know. I was trying to assess the fact, but Pedraza is a boxer, so he moves a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and he's a boxer puncher. So I don't know. I don't know. But a lot of fighters talk about the knockout and say this. You gotta publicize the fight. You don't ever know what's gonna happen. Of course, he wants to knock out. Of course, because knockouts get people in the seats. Knockouts get people buzzing. So of course he wants to knock out. But he's in tremendous shape. Bud told me he was in tremendous shape. He seen him. He was really impressed. And so you never know. I don't know.
So listen, I
He's a
was a lo-
veteran.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you was done. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying, Pedraza's a veteran. He's a journeyman. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I was
Never
alone
know.
when I had this conversation on the show. Danny wasn't here who could help me, and obviously, now yourself. Um, to me, when Keyshawn came out and said that he smoked, I looked at him like a superhero because I smoke, and I said, "Oh my God, he's doing that shit on a high level. You can't even tell." So right away, I associated him with. I don't watch other sports, but I'm old enough to know Ricky Williams, and the fact that he was a high level running back for the Dolphins while smoking marijuana, so much so that he quit the sport because he prefers smoking. So like for me, Keyshawn being able to perform on that level that he has, smoking was super impressive to me. But since then, he's changed his stance and said that now that he's not on it, he fighting better. He feels better. So yeah.
Well, I feel like most top athletes right now, they smoke weed. They've been smoking weed. Like you said, Ricky Williams, and I don't know how many other ones doing it. So many's doing it, smoking weed. Weed don't really do you like that. You know, it's one of the most functional drugs you can use if you want to call it a drug. So for him to do that, obviously he's not getting high every day. He's not, like he's not just smoking. So I mean, I applaud him. I applaud him for quitting because actually I just quit. I quit. I'm about almost a month in, and I
What?
feel a million. I feel tremendous. I
What
feel
made you
great for.
quit?
I just feel I was just sick of it. I was sick of doing it. I was sick of I probably not a Snoop Dogg smoker, but in my mind, I was abusing it, and I was sick of feeling like that. I was just sick of the whole thing, and I started late. I was like 27, 28, where I made it something that I wanted to add into my life, and I had my good run with it, and I just decided it ain't for me no more. So I felt him on that. I need to call him. I'm gonna call him later and tell him that really impressed me. That I like you said, quit. I understand. I felt them with that because that's how I felt the same way.
Mm. Well, yeah, man, I wanted your thoughts on that. Obviously, I knew you was a smoker, but look, now you've announced that you've also let go. So, congratulations to you on your newfound journey, and appreciate you always jumping on, Coach. Man, thank you so much.
Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir.
All right, till the next one. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Bernie the Boxer. We got High and Low Sports Central. Teofimo, I've said that a million times. Why is that there again? What the fuck is going on? Oh no, he said it again. Teofimo, the next frontier of boxing. New York Bullet. Did Pac mention he wanted to come back? I won't be shocked if we got Pac Bud.
I
Danny
thought it.
Danny can't be mad at that because
He
Danny
announced.
wanted Pacquiao fucking. Didn't you mention one time when we was talking Saudi fights? You said Pacquiao versus Devin. He went silent. This is his way of being a co-host. High and Low Sports Central, $2. Teofimo
No,
Lopez.
but I thought Pacquiao. I thought Pacquiao announced the Mayweather fight
I don't know. I guess.
in
Hi.
the ring. He looked at the promoter for permission, and then he announced it in the video I saw. High and Low Sports Central, $2 says Teofimo Lopez, the king of haters.
Word. Matador, you available now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, I was muted waiting. Uh I was just gonna say that I mean it got brought up already kind of, but I don't know, I don't understand why like all of this like Teofimo and Terence, like all this like can be solved with just one question. Like I don't know why no one asked this when they saw him during the week. All they needed to do was ask him, are you going to enforce your WBO status and make yourself the mandatory to Crawford after this fight? That's all. That's all they gotta ask. If he says just make sure you get a yes or no answer to that. That's all you gotta know, and then that's it. That's like we don't need a this and that and injuries and all like. That's the only question you need to ask. If he says yes, then okay, we'll hold you to that. If you say no, then okay, all that shit is bullshit that you just said. So really, that's the only thing we need to ask. I don't know how that question got slipped by everybody, but that's all we needed to ask. I don't know what you guys think about that, but it's just
I mean,
that's
you know,
just the only
Danny,
question we need to know.
it's too late now. Fight week's over. Today is the fight, so Danny won't be able to see Tio till after. So,
Right. Hopefully at the post press conference, like
mm-hmm.
someone says that and says, and gets a yes or no answer from him. If he's serious, then okay. If not, then focus on your division then. But as far as those, like calling Crawford's like resume and all that, like real quick, like I don't know. I think if he's trying to piss him off, yeah, he is pissing him off. But like everybody's been injured. Like Lomachenko was injured, wasn't he? He had shoulder surgery after that fight. Taylor was drained, like Errol. Like I don't know. You could do all that shit for everybody. Like I don't really look at that. Who'd you beat? Where were they when they lost? And that's all that matters to me. But yeah, that's about it. Also, speaking of Crawford, his coach Bomac, did you see? Man, Connor Ben is funny with his little comeback. Did you see what he said in response to Bomac? You could check that out. I don't know if you
Nah,
have,
what'd he
but
say? What I don't even know what happened. What did Bomac say about what? About what?
because they asked him like, Connor Ben going up to fighting Tank or something. I think it was like fighting at 147, like some of the guys, and he said like he needs to focus on his division and not worry about Tank at 135. And then Connor said, I forgot exactly what he said, but he had said he's like, I only am entertaining that because Tank called me out. And you should worry about making sure you can get through customs appropriately or something like that. That he always
Oh
got something to
shit.
say though, so
Yeah,
it's
I
just
see it
funny just
right here.
listening.
They sent it to me. That's funny. Nah, I mean
Yeah, that's just funny.
these dudes are Twitter gangsters, bro. They know how to reply quick as hell. Some of these guys are very, very creative, but this is a sharp comeback for sure. He said he called me out. You concentrate on getting through customs, big fella. But
Yeah,
I don't even think
yeah.
that he could go back, right? Ain't he banned for like a year or something, or is he got to stay out for a year or some
Yeah,
shit?
no, he could go back.
Oh, he could. Okay.
I
I
yeah,
thought that was
I
the
asked him.
bell, though. That
I
was the bell.
I asked him, and he said, I mean, I obviously I ain't gonna say, but he pretty much said after how much he spent on lawyers,
He
he
ain't
was like,
going
you
back.
best believe I was making sure that that I was good.
Oh. Jay Billy.
J. Bill, J. Billy, are you there?
Y'all got me? Y'all
Yep.
got me? Y'all
We
got me?
Yep.
got you.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out Ness. Shout out Danny putting in that motherfucking work. But damn, y'all kind of caught me off guard. Oh, shout out to Jay Will. Shout out to Jay Will because basically what he said is what I've been basically harping on in the back call to the guys. Like it's something about Tio. It's something like he got a screw loose, but it's like something with his demeanor where he's always coming off as cringy like this. I don't know what it is, and the only reason why I speak to the mental aspect of it is because like I feel like that has a lot to do with the boxing game. You feel me? Like I feel like somebody's gonna be the one to take him out. I don't know if it's gonna be Jermaine. I don't see it being Jermaine. This fight tonight, I feel like T.O.'s counter punching is really gonna set him ahead of Jermaine. And just I don't think he's gonna stop him, but I might put some bread. Like I seen a prop, it was plus 2,300 for T.O. to get dropped and win. So I'm thinking about putting some bread on that because, like, I don't know, fam. Tio is just super shaky. I don't know if he's bipolar. He be going through these manic episodes or what, but fam, he's not all the way. He's not all the way there up top, and I'm seeing them more and more. And I'm just seeing the Tio in press conferences. That was the Tio that was questioning himself after the Martin fight. So, I just wanted to harp on that. I feel like Tio eventually, like some people feel like better be if his age is going to get to him and somebody's going to take him out. I feel the same way about Tio with his mental. I feel like one day he's not going to be, 100%. He ain't going to be that Gordo, and somebody's just going to catch him slipping. You feel me? You got all the opportunities. Why I don't know why he keeps on saying Crawford's name. I just want him to say, hey, after this fight, I'm gonna call Paco and I'm gonna make it happen. That's what the steppers do. And like I said, we give credit to the steppers, not the talkers. You feel me? We give credit to the walkers. So you feel me? Go ahead and step on some shit, T.O. You got all the power in the world to do what you want to do if you really want to do that. And if you want to do that, you going to leave in a body bag, toe tag. You feel me? We going to love to see it. The blacks would love to see it. I promise. I promise you that. So, yeah, shout out to y'all. And I'm hearing a few people say this about T.O. too. And I know some people don't like to speak to, oh, man, we're going off of what's happening in press conference and media. Like I said, I feel like that has a lot to do with the fighter in the ring. Because if your mental isn't there and you're not there 100%, like, fam, you're vulnerable. And this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a vulnerable Tio, and I've been seeing this since the Cambosis fight. I don't think he's back 100%. So, dog, you feel
I
me?
mean,
I
I would
still got
just
him
say
tonight.
to that, I would say that people were questioning him in the Taylor fight, and obviously that was the bell. People were questioning him in the Taylor fight, saying that he didn't belong in the ring, and then he pulled off that performance. And in that interview with Errol Hawani, that was brought up, and he addressed it. He gave a lot of information, but it's up to us to believe it. His answer to that was obviously selling the fight, just like the whole doubting myself. That's selling. He believes, and obviously that's when he went into his all publicity is good publicity unless it's a DUI or something criminal. Get
Yep.
into
So,
get into some
so
other callers.
do we believe that Gardy was in on it then? Because that new audio came out for this
No,
fight.
why would Gardy be in on it? I mean, I'm if anything, Tio's the director, so he's taking the conversation. Gardy's just being his friend, answering the questions. No,
Oh, I guess.
Gvon.
Javon say. If you are tuned in, make sure to smash the like, make sure you are subscribed, got that notification bell turned on. It is fight day. Lots of fight week content.
Good morning. Good morning. Shout out TBV. Another
Gvon,
beautiful
give me
day in
1 minute.
Boston.
Give me 1 minute. I'm sorry, I didn't see this counter from Tip. I'll be right back at you. You could actually just mute up, and he'll, when he's done, you jump in.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah. Bernie, man. Bernie, a wild dude, man. I don't know, man. All that Shakur wasn't running shit. I don't, boy, cap as hell. But look, man, it's like I said, when they feel threatened, they divert. They divert from things. Uh, Damn, I done lost my talking point. But I did want to say something regarding Jay Billy. Jay Billy talking crazy, bro. Talking about the steppers going step. Man, listen, Bud ain't always been no stepper, bro. Bud done dropped some names out there that he ain't even get to. That he don't want to fight. I heard Bernie say, what I'm saying, Boots is probably the biggest fight. I mean, listen, bro. It's like I said, next come on March 30th, the narrative going to change. It's going to change. They gonna have no choice but to drop that name. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta be in there because you just gotta think, what other big fight can you make? It's nothing that if it's not Tim Zoo, you know what I'm saying, in America, I mean, just think about it. What other big fight can you make at 54? You know what I'm saying? That's got that type of pull. I'm already
Bro,
a step ahead of the game, bro.
let Thurman do his thing though, player. You gotta let him do
I'm a
his
little. I'm a
thing.
little.
You
Hopefully he
already
gets the
putting him in
dub.
fights with Crawford. Like Crawford can't even think about Thurman until he put that good performance. And
Hopefully,
unfortunately, they didn't cross their T's and dot their I's. So this fight ain't even for a belt. So even if he get the win over Zoo, it don't necessarily mean that Crawford is interested. Like, he on his championship. I want to fight champions. You know what I'm saying? I want to
man.
increase to my legacy, not just increase to my bank account.
Nah, bro, he just want a prize fight. That's what it is, bro.
Come
He
on,
honestly just want
man.
a prize
Come
fight.
on,
He telling
man.
you he want a prize fight because
Come
if he wanted
on,
to fight
man. We
champions
gonna
right now,
see. We gonna
entertain
see what happened in
Teofimo.
Saudi. I mean, come on. Bernie just dropped the bomb. We about to see what happened with Turkey, a la Sheik Sheik.
Man, listen, ain't nobody paying attention to Bud Crawford if he go fight in Saudi, bro. Let's be serious here. Ain't nobody looking for Bud Crawford if he goes and fights in Saudi Arabia. That's the honest truth. Ain't nobody care about Bud Crawford fighting at 2 o'clock in Saudi Arabia. Ain't nobody getting up for that. They going on about their day. They gonna be watching UFL football come spring. That's the truth. It's just the truth of the matter. Bud don't pull like that. It's like Bernie said, man. You need the opponent. It don't even matter if he fight Canelo. What they do in Saudi Arabia does not cater to the U.S. audience. They don't know how to reach out to us. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody watching that fight the way we think.
My bro,
It's just not gonna be as big.
if Big Turk put on Crawford, we watching, man. Stop lying.
Man, the casual, the avid fan is gonna watch that fight.
Bruh, we
It's
watching,
it's
bruh.
not going
Stop it.
it's not going to hit countrywide, bro. I'm telling you, it's just not.
Countrywide. You right. It's gonna be
Bro,
global. It's gonna be global.
you know that Turkey
You
you know that Turkey Al-Sheikh ain't gonna put on no small fight for Crawford, so we gonna watch.
Word. G-Von.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah. So we back, man. Hopefully my signal don't fuck up too much right here. Now you got me on the bad signal area. But look, first of all, I was just gonna speak about the whole TO shit, but what the fuck? Bernie tripping, bro. Like he said Shakur was flinching. That De Los Santos was flinching. Like I seen a lot of flinching on Shakur's part, but that's aside from the whole 7 injuries part. Like what the fuck happened to dude? He fell off some stairs. He fell down. He fell out of an airplane. 7 injuries. What the fuck? He clumsy as hell. Probably falling down on the way to the bathroom. Like I ain't never heard of that shit. 7 injuries. Hey, that's crazy. But shout out to Bernie. I guess I don't know what the hell dude was talking about, but Shakur is definitely running in that fight. Shit was lightweight, man, not even lightweight embarrassing. And this I've talked about this shit before, man. I'm a Shakur fan. I think Shakur is actually has the potential to be more skillful than Mayweather. And people think I'm bugging on that shit. It is what it is. But he's defensively sound. But now I see that it's too defensively sound. Like that shit is crazy, man. He really like lost me as a fan on that shit, and especially after the fact that after the fight, like he went at the fans and shit, like basically saying that the fans is tripping, like, bro, like we expected more of you. That's just what it is. When you in a position like that, people expect a lot from you, especially when you talk that shit and you've proven that you got the skills, but then you do this, you know what I mean? Like how they say you shit the bed, but man, that ain't even the topic. But as far as Tio goes, man, I love what the fuck he's doing. We talked about this shit all the fucking time. This is the green print. You get what I'm saying? What sells, sells. And whether people want to be sensitive about it or not, it is what it is because the whole black and brown shit that shit been selling all these fucking fights. You know what I mean? It's funny that the same dudes that were saying that, hey, Thurman ain't saying nothing disrespectful to Zeus is the same dudes calling in today talking about, I don't know, I feel some type of way. I feel some type of way and talking about cringe and all this shit, like saying a lot of shit that females say. It's crazy, you know what I mean? But that's just my personal opinion. Me being a fucking half breed, a mutt, people, when I agree with the black masses, I'm black. When I don't, it's my Mexican side speaking. So I don't know what to make of it. But Tio is fighting all the big fights. Hope we see him in Bud. And I honestly got Tio over Bud because Tio's just fought better competition. And it is what it is, man. It'll be a fucking huge fight, and I hope that shit gets made. Outside of that,
Wait. You hear me?
yeah.
You said because Tio has stopped better competition?
Yeah, no, I don't know about stopped. I'm saying
Oh,
he's fought better opposition.
oh, fought, fought,
Yeah, I
fought.
mean,
Okay, okay. No, I just want to make sure I heard you right.
overall,
All right,
yeah.
champ. Damn.
Shout out.
All right, G-Von. Yeah. Up next, Bougie Broward.
Jose, Florida, what up?
Yo, me? You can hear me? You can hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
It's your
We hear
boy
you.
Boo G, all the way from Bride, all the way to motherfucking
Oh
Sarasota and
shit.
Vegas. What it is, Danny?
What's
Bougie,
good, champ, man? It's
bougie. I'm
fight
gonna
day.
have to
What up
get.
with it?
I gotta get back to you,
You know it.
player. I gotta get
I,
back to you.
right, no pressure, no pressure,
I
no
know.
pressure.
I'm glad you understand. Cause it's gonna happen to someone else one day. You gonna cut the line. Go ahead, Tyron. My bad.
No, you good, champ. Appreciate you, man. Shouts out TBV. Hope everyone tuned in and blessed. On the whole Teal thing, last night I was watching a segment on ESPN. It was like fighting and family, and it was telling the story about how Tio was dealing with a lot of like family issues when he had his kid and when he married his wife and the whole wedding and how the mom and sisters wasn't there and how he was just dealing with a lot of stuff and he said that boxing really wasn't fun. After I think like a tiny fight, he didn't want to go back home and even going to the Loma fight was just like was dealing with a lot of family issues. So even back then, Tio, had a lot of stuff on his plate. And even going into the Cambosis post, he said, he had a medical issue, which I'm not going to deny. If it's true, kudos to him for fighting through that. A lot of fighters deal with a lot of stuff that we don't know, and some, put it out there. Like Keyshawn said, smoking help with his mental and stuff like that. Even Danny came out said about mental health and boxers. So I don't get, everybody attacking Tio, on his mental. You know what I mean? Especially with him wanting to fight Crawford and stuff like that. I think, if anybody want to question somebody mental, let's question Tate's mental. You don't want to fight Devin, but you want to go to 147. That's mental to me, in other instances. So I just think that Tio get a lot of slack, unfortunately, because of performances, but I don't think he's dealing with something mental, like the other call say, he's performing, he's promoting, he knows what he's doing at the end of the day. He see the attention that he's get. So I think that this is the best TL we've seen in a while. He's reunited with his son. Like he said, I had to take a couple months from boxing and find myself again through my son. So I just feel like we need to stop holding that over his head. You know what I mean? Especially after the Josh Taylor performance. I mean, we know that when the cards are stacked against him, he's going to come out and perform. And at that level, it's hard to pick any 140 pounder to beat Tio. So I don't think it's crazy for him to call out Bud or mentally for him calling out Bud, who's one weight class above, but Bud want to jump up 3 weight classes to fight Canelo. Tank want to jump up 2 weight classes, or the case may be, and fight Conor Ben. So we don't call these guys mental, but we call Tio mental. And I just think it's unfair. But I'm looking forward to the fight. It's going to be a good fight. See how Tio perform. But I think he does well, and hopefully we do get a Crawford and Tio fight if Crawford not going to fight Canelo. But that's all I had, champ. I appreciate your call, man. Shouts out TBV.
Let
Still
me
tuning
ask
in.
you. I don't know if you
Yeah.
said, but outside of Canelo Crawford, what's a bigger fight for Crawford? If you answered it, then my bad for blacking out.
No. I think to me, right now, I believe Tio and obviously Boots, but I just think it's Tio right now. The accolades and him coming up and young, fresh. I think it's Tio in my opinion, champ. But I appreciate you, man. Shouts out TBV.
Shout out, shout out.
Appreciate your thoughts.
Jay Swift.
Dykeman, what up, champ?
Yo, that's not the best fight for Crawford. Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
We hear you.
Okay. Tio fight. Tio is not the best fight for Crawford. But I don't want to deal with that right now. I told y'all 10 months ago that Tio was not playing with a full deck. And that's why he did so well with Josh Taylor, because a lot of people would have winced at punches from Josh Taylor. Tio wasn't wincing. He took the fight to him. So, and I think he you ready?
I already got it out.
Okay. I'm still at work. Um, Tio, what was I getting ready to say? Damn.
How you gonna ask us?
He got busy. It's
Nah,
all
because
good.
I'm at work, so I gotta,
Come
In
on back.
fact, you know
We
what?
gonna come back to
Yeah,
you, player Himalaya. You already know. We got uh Bougie. Come on. My bad. I did it to you again. This what happens. I blanked
No
out.
pressure, no pressure, no
Danny
pressure.
ain't
Whoa, no
co-pilot though, man. What's up with Danny and the
pressure,
co-pilot?
man. No pressure, no pressure, man. I ain't, I'm out
I
here in
just
motion
said
with it, man.
bougie.
It's Thursday night. Ortiz finna kick some ass. Keyshawn finna kick some ass, man. You know what time it is, man. I'm in motion trying to get this cheese before I take it in and chill for the day. You get what I'm saying? So let's break this shit down, man. When Ortiz fought Loma, y'all can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
You get me?
Yep,
All
yep,
right,
yep.
all right. So when Ortiz fought Loma, was it not his first 12 rounder?
Oh, I would have to check, but probably he was a club show
Yep.
fighter because he was signing Jimmy Birchfield. He just no.
Okay.
He
Was
switched.
it? What I would have to check, but was the Heron fight 10
Yes,
rounds?
no,
Yeah, the Heron
yeah,
fight was, I think,
the
no.
Heron fight was 10 rounds. Loma was his first 12-round fight. Yes.
Okay, so Loma was his first 12 rounder. Now,
Uh-huh.
he barely made weight. That's when he was getting out of 35 when he fought Loma too. He was too big for the weight class when he fought Loma, right? So he was kind of depleted. He had a hard time making weight. Now look at
Allegedly.
that performance.
Allegedly.
Look at all right, okay, but we see his performances when he went up to a bigger weight class. But anyway, just pay attention to how he took care of Loma. To me, I still feel like Ortiz won. I feel like Loma lost. You feel me? He came back, whatever. That's another story. Now with Josh Taylor and Tio. Josh Taylor with his full self? Did he make 140 comfortably? Was he out because of ring rust and all this stuff here? I'm not using that as an excuse, but what I'm saying is we didn't get the best version of Josh Taylor. We didn't. We didn't get the best version of Josh Taylor, and then Josh Taylor stood in front of him the whole fucking time. Ortiz not gonna do that, bro. Ortiz not gonna stay in your face or Tio the whole fucking time. We finna move around the ring, circle your ass around, and do what we do. You know what I'm saying? So this fight here gonna be a really, really good fight. A lot of I've been hearing y'all. I stayed on mute the whole time. I ain't counter punch in today. I just wanted to see how the vibe was today. And it sounded like a lot of y'all sleeping on Ortiz, bro. And y'all it's a lot of shit y'all gotta factor in, bro. And shout out to Jay Billy because he mentioned the mental aspect of it. See, I still feel like Tio fried in it. His chicken is fried right now. You feel me? He still got to get his shit back together. You feel me? He still got to get that shit back in motion. You feel me? He got too many distractions. My nigga Ortiz don't even have his phone out on fight week, nigga. You can't tell me my nigga locked in, man. My nigga don't even have his phone out on fight week, man. But I just wanted to throw that in there. I got Ortiz beating Tio. I got Keyshawn winning, beating Pedraza. I have Abdullah doing his thing, of course, and et cetera, et cetera. Just remember this call, though. Remember this call. I'll call back in tomorrow if I'm wrong. And, of course, I'm a damn sure call back in if I'm right. So that's my call, Pete.
All right, Sam. Appreciate the call. Yeah, y'all gotta call in for that crow if y'all wrong. Y'all can't go MIA for a week or two and not get your crow. Phone lines are open if you guys want to call in. Who we got next, Ness?
C-Dub, C-Dub, C-Dub. What up? What up? What up?
Yo, how the audio?
Straight.
Straight, that's what's
We
up, man.
hear
Shout
you.
out TBV. It's free, do something with yourself. Oh, man, T.O. just saying controversial statements again. He know what to do. Like someone said, man, I think you been these youngins,
You
they got the
moving?
game down
Are
pat,
you
man,
moving,
to
champ?
get
Because you
the
going in and out
to
a
get the
bit.
message to get
Or is it a Bluetooth that you might be using? Hello?
yo.
Yes.
Yo, can you hear me now?
We hear you.
All right. Yeah, T.O. just making controversial statements, man, and he know what to do. It's good marketing, but it's a shame he got to use the tactics and the angles that he used. But it's good marketing to get people talking about the fight, to get them trending. He can be cooked though. He can be cooked. He say he was fresh and clean. He say he fresh and clean for Bud. He going on the Bud smearing campaign, so I'm not surprised that Bud with the malice that he did. But when he say he's so fresh and clean, I'm like Cambosa roughed him up, had him real dirty. So I don't know. He freshened up, but Cambosa dirted you up. Then he downgrades Bud resume by saying Bud beat broken fighters. I don't know if T.O. need to wake up. You're a broken fighter, my guy. You was asking people in the ring if you still got it. Cambosa's beat you. You had some lackluster performances. You have some questionable wins where people say they robbed the other guy. So you're pretty broken. So let's not use that angle. After a loss, I thought fighters should get stronger. I thought people in general get stronger because you become wiser. It builds character. You become meaner. But nowadays it do seem like it's the other. Their mentality is not the same. But to me, they are still fighters and warriors. But people will just not give them a chance to get back, to get it back, to show that they back. Like AJ, people still say fans. That's why you gotta say fuck the fans, man. Fans still say AJ don't got it or don't not the same AJ since the loss. Even after he stopped and Waleem. So, but now people starting to get back on board a little bit. Last but not least, it's a shame that Tio went with the racist, the angle. It's a selling point, but it's a shame that he got to go that way. He could have just mentioned, like someone said, I'm about to, after this win, even though I'm really focused on Ortiz, after this win, I'm going to use my WBO status and my belt, you know, and shoot for the 147 fight with Tio. I mean, with Crawford, with Bud. He could have said that. You could build it like that. You could have said the passion for the two races is the reason it's going to be fight. The rivalry between the two races is there. The passion. You could use that angle. You could say we the best. I'm the best at 140. I dominated the 140 champion that was number one. It's only right for me to go up. I dominated the 140 champion. I'm number one. It's only right for me to go up and challenge the best. Like undisputed versus undisputed. You could promote it and market it that way. But I guess that's not enough to become trending nowadays in society, man. You know.
I
But
mean,
hey,
I
man,
mean,
shout out.
he is not undisputed versus undisputed. Like Canelo and Jamel had the belts, and then at the day of, Jamel lost one of them. We got High Low Sports Central, Teofimo, King of Haters, $2. JXV. So
I had read
y'all
that one.
not gonna call out Bernie line about Shaq. Rocky Rodriguez, $10. Tio took shots at Puerto
Tio
Rico.
took shots at the Puerto Ricans, the blacks, and his ex best friend Rolly. The Bud call out on brand. Hashtag lineal hunting.
Exactly what I said. No one is trying to give credence to that. That could be his thing. Bud want to be three-time undisputed. He want to be three-time lineal scout fucking snatcher. Feel me? But check this out.
Checking it.
Rolly was gonna knock you out.
Teofimo need to worry about selling some tickets. He can't even sell tickets, and he about to fight in New York, and that only hold what 4,000. Tell him to sell some tickets, then holler at me. Bum ass nigga.
Rolly was.
Bruh, this the funny thing about Tank, right? Cause that's for the Rolly press conference, bruh. That's for the Rolly press conference, but him and Tio was going back at it yesterday too. So yesterday,
Oh, word?
bro, you know I'll be on 18. Yesterday, it snuck by Tio, but yesterday Tank took a shot. So shout out to the squad. Screenshotted it.
Oh, so Tio ain't saying nothing.
I mean, Tio already said, right? Tio already said. He said he called Tank a bitch and a pussy. Is in our intro. So Tank came out yesterday and said, "Don't worry, I'm hitting him right in his shit. Soon as I see him, he don't even know." So it's like, yo, don't. And again, Tank just be serial tweeting. So when he says he's gonna hit somebody in the street, do we believe him? Probably not. But it's like, why would you say you're gonna hit somebody in the street that just wants to fight you in the ring? Just like Bernie and them. Bernie, he's like, yo,
he could have
Tio.
met in the ring.
I hope.
Like when I see him in the ring.
Just like Bernie, he's like, oh, I checked him. Crawford checked him. Ah, you motherfucker. He said, I checked him, Crawford checked him, and Keisha checked him. But that's what I'm saying. Like, yo, my energy ain't got to be, if it ain't in the ring. If we in the ring, then it's different. But if we not in the ring, I don't know that Tio's supposed to be standing on any, like, what he's supposed to stand on.
But I don't think it gotta get street. I just think it's like your energy is different when you see me in person and the cameras ain't on you.
But we not there, so we don't know what questions is asked. So what is my energy getting different about? Like, what are you asking me? Like, are you asking me, do I think your opponents are soft? And if your energy gets different there, then yeah, that's weird. Are you asking me, do I really want to fight you? And if your energy gets different there, then yeah, that's weird. But like, if you acting street and my energy gets different, yeah, that's not weird. I don't want to go to jail. Like, I'm good. I got to go back home to my son is probably what Tio think about. We got Hawk Marilyn. Damn, shout out to Justin Paulo.
Where you at?
Justin Paulo back in another good fight versus Miguel Mauluno.
Yo, Kelvin fighting on Pro Box out there.
Calvin
Davis.
Oh, he back? What date? February?
No, I think he said March. On Pro Box.
Yo, they schedule getting crazy lit. Hawk, you gotta unmute.
Yeah, a lot of youngins on their card.
All right, Hawk. We going to Spider Rico. Spider Rico. Oh, Spider Rico. Oh.
Where you at with the chin? If you are tuned in, don't be stingy. Like, subscribe. Make sure you have that notification bell turned on. Spider Rico, are you there?
Big Bet, can you hear me, Danny?
Say again? Who was that? Is that
Spider?
Spider? Yeah, what up, Spider? What up?
It's Esteban.
Same as Spider Rico, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah,
What's up, Nestor? What's up, Danny?
What up, champ?
What up? Hawk, you got to mute now, man. You took 5 minutes to connect. You want Esteban time.
my fault. Hawk, let me get mine off real quick. Hawk the OG. Hey Danny, how you feeling today, bro?
Man, happy. I'm very happy. How about yourself?
Man, that's good, man. I'm the same, man. The last time I talked to you was like, when's your next professional bout? When's your next amateur? It's tomorrow, guy. It's tomorrow.
Oh shit, you ready? You ready?
Yeah, I've been ready. Allah is my protector and my provider on the daily. So we really never got to get ready. You know, I never done nothing in the cause of Allah, and I'm not no Muslim. I never converted to Islam, nothing like that. I would never change my name, either. It's just something where if I was to do something in the cause of Allah, this is for, I don't know, this is for the hereafter. This is so that we can leave this place and know that we did something in the name of God. We said everybody said a lot of things talking about Tio today. I think a lot of who Tio is, because he had a father. He has a father. It seemed like a lot of what he said, he's just speaking from what his father teaches him. And his father has taught him everything coming up in boxing. So he's just, a son. But some of us, like myself, we don't have no mother or father growing up. And before I started reading the Quran, I used to read the Bible. And there's a verse in the Bible when it says, and this is for people out there who need to hear this. There's a verse in the Bible that says, when your father forsake you, I, the Lord, will take you. So that's something. But for me, I believe Tio I never said this on the air, but I believe Tio is a demigod. A demigod is something like, their stature is not their power. Some people, you could see that they're giants. This is a giant person, with a lot of power. Tio is a small stature person, but his energy is like a god. And this person, Jermaine, he seems like a businessman, and he's making a business move, and he fight for the money. And he moving his life for the money. Tio is something special, and we got to let him fight Crawford because, well, else he didn't beat all the other special people that came before him. Cambosos, it seemed like that was just something surprise. He wasn't being serious with that white boy. That's how he felt. Tio clearly a racial motivated person.
Champ, that's the bell. Hawk, unmute.
Yo.
Yo.
You hear me?
Yo.
Yo, what's up? TBV, number one. What's up, Danny?
What up with you?
What up, Hawk?
Yo,
What up with it,
Ness.
baby?
Ain't too much. Man, y'all ain't gonna like my call, man. Ness, no, I don't like Tio, bro. So, but you will like the call because, well, one thing I would say is, I'd love to see Terence Crawford beat the hell out of him. So I hope you do take that fight. And I got Jermaine winning tonight. At least I'm hoping he win. So, because Tio, he remind me of the dudes Rolly, Rolly, what's that dude name? Damn, not just Rolly, but Chris Colbert, and shoot, even that one way back in the day, that daggone Prince Nassim Ahmed, uh, uh, Adrian Broner, all them dudes that talk that mess about they gonna do this and do that right before a fight, they all get embarrassed and knocked out. They all get beat up. And it already happened to Tio once. He got beat up by a B fighter. That daggone boy from Australia is a B fighter at best, and he beat Tio. He knocked him down and everything. So he's a B fighter at best. So I'm picking Jermaine Ortiz. And he did the same thing when he held up that fight for a whole year. He was talking about this and talking about that, went out there and lost to that boy, that B fighter. And don't nobody even think he's gonna give Loma Chico no work. So I don't know. But anyway, if I got to eat crow, I eat it gladly. But I got Jermaine Ortiz embarrassing. And you see Jermaine Ortiz look so drained, so I hope he eating everything. He looked like a skeleton at the weigh-in. Did you notice that, Ness?
Someone else said it yesterday's show. I didn't feel that way. I felt like his eyes might have been a little bit dark, but I think I said Teal's eyes might have been dark. I'm not sure. I thought he looked fine.
Nah, man. Look at when they flexing and everything. His face sunk in. He really had to do a lot to get to that weight. So I'm hoping he rejuvenate real good. I'm quite sure he's gonna be able to. It ain't no clause on their weight coming back, is it?
No, not that we
Yeah,
know of.
I'm guaranteed Jermaine gonna be big because he's drawed up. I think he's gonna be big. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I eat the cold if it's necessary, but I got Jermaine Ortiz by embarrassing win. That's my call.
You said embarrassing. Damn. Appreciate the call. Hope. All the way in Maryland. Who is on deck, Ness?
On deck we got Jay Swift.
Don't be stingy with the likes, with the subscribes, and that notification so you know each and every time we drop a video or go live. Jay, what up?
Jay, going once.
2 times.
Octo, $2. Tio is a wizard in the ring. Special talent.
Just want to remind everybody listening that is in Vegas for Super Bowl weekend. Stop by Hardin. Pick up your best products. I know they have extended hours this weekend, a lot of deals. And just want to remind everybody that may have not known the legal limit is now 2.5 ounces. So it makes your trip convenient, makes it worth it. Tell them the Boxing Boys sent you. You feel me? Go get some of the best fire in the city.
Don't forget, right here on our YouTube channel, Sarafina, who is a member, manager of Split T Management, will be hosting her show, The Check-In, and she's going to have 3 women joining her to talk boxing, and that's at 3 p.m., and you can catch them live right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice live. And she's going to be live with Melissa Hernandez, Heather Hardy, and Ronika Jeffries right here at 3 p.m. Eastern. My name is NesGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch Danny at
Ringwalk Danny, and if anybody's at the fights tonight in Vegas, you catch me at the fights tonight, hit me up, let me know some.
1 2 1 2.
Come on, fam. What's up with you with this coming on when you want?
Nah, man.
Ain't no
I was
man.
saying that.
Ain't no man.
Show's over,
shit.
Jay. We already ended the live.
So y'all ready to close me out?
I'm just saying, we went to, why when we went to you ain't say nothing?
Because you didn't say anything to me.
What? Man, go ahead, Hawk. Talk, Hawk. Talk.
Okay.
You got to hurry up.
All I was saying was, y'all know I told y'all 10 months ago, Teofimo Lopez is short on good sense, common sense. That's why if you hit a retarded person,
whoa,
they don't feel.
We don't use that word
Come
anymore,
on,
fams. Come on, we're in
Okay,
2024.
Okay. What word would you use?
I don't know. You got to Google that.
All right. Well, when we hit a person that's mentally challenged, is that good?
I mean, this is your call, man. Jay indictment.
Is it? All right. So, they don't feel
is
it
this
like
Jay or is this Hulk? I'm so low.
Nah, this Jay indictment. Don't do that to Hawk.
I said Jay, you said Hulk.
What?
Come on, man. Y'all fucking up my call.
It's always Danny.
I know.
You fuck your own
Danny B.
calls up, man. What you talking about? We.
Yo, Danny, he on the clock, and I gotta go. Go, Jay.
So all I'm saying is the way Josh Taylor was trying to hit him, he didn't feel it. But so if somebody else like he fight Jermaine Ortiz, he ain't gonna feel it like that. However, I take Tio to win. I'm from New York. He's from New York. I take Tio to win. But I don't think he can. I think he's just capping when he's talking about Bud Crawford.
Bro,
However,
Ain't Jermaine from like Rhode Island or Boston?
yeah, that's not New York.
Oh, all right.
That's not New York. No, you being from Newark would be a better fit for a cousin for New York. But real talk though, that with him and Jermaine, I got him. I say Tio. I ain't gonna say he gonna knock him out, but he gonna win the fight. But when you start talking about him and Bud Crawford, no, we're not gonna do that. You know
All
what?
right, champ. That's the bell
Hey,
right there.
all right, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Peace.
Catch me on the next one. We got one coming up at 3 and another one at 7 p.m. Eastern. Peace.